Okay. I'm trying to find where you guys are live, where I can see the chat. Hold on, I gotta get something to read to you, something. I have to do that before we go into the Gabby Petito and then chat Daybell. Got it. I still have to find the live chat. Hang on. Here we go. I'm gonna pull this to the end. Come on. Just go right there. Just right there. Okay. So, hello, Davida, Deborah, Vancouver, Dan, Kevin Leonard, Nana Patty, Moo of Two, Barbie Lynn, Jeanette. I just ate walnuts and now Kelly. It is late, but I was watching. Okay, I'll tell you what I was watching. Hey, Jennifer, Rochelle, haven't seen you in a long time. I'll tell you what I was watching. I was watching the Gabby Petito thing on CNN. I watched that, and then I started watching that Brittany Murphy ID thing. Hi, Baby Dill. Hi, Vanessa. Georgie. I just have to tell you this funny thing. Hi, Vicky. Okay, so apparently Lisa D messaged me earlier. She wanted to know if she could schedule my vaccine and stuff. And then I put, something, and then she showed me something she made. Okay. Auntie's pumpkin patch. She made a sign. I'll show it to you. She made that sign. So then I must have had it open when I was getting ready to leave. And I went into the dining room and I saw, actually, when I was live, I saw Jimmy coming in with a reusable shopping bag from the car. And I just thought he had groceries or something in it. But then I went into the dining room and I see that he's got this reusable shopping bag and it's full of masks, disposable masks. And, hey, Jimmy? Yeah. Would you please lower that TV? Sure. Disposable masks and something else that should be in the car, like hand sanitizer or something like that, okay? So I guess I had my phone in my hand and it started to go like talk to text. I didn't know it. And that's happened before. But then it usually just doesn't send it. It just, when I go to text that person again, I see all of this message in there. Well, my daughter and I are sitting down to eat, and I see Lisa's message says, "This is Lisa D." I'm thinking, like, of course I know that's Lisa D. Why would she say that? And then because the message, did you hear this, Jimmy? No. Remember when I was telling you about that bag that you brought in? Apparently it recorded that message, talked to text, and sent it to Lisa D. And Lisa goes, "This is Lisa D. I'm going to read you what it says. It says, listen, guys. It says, now this is talk to text. So, Jimmy, why did you bring that basket of masks inside the house? That stays in the car. What the heck would you bring that inside the house? Score. You just brought it inside the house." I can't even read. I couldn't even read this without laughing. "I just found it in the dining room." Never mind. Why did you bring this in the house? Why would you bring that in the house? This is what I don't know. It's not okay.
All right. What did I say?
And no, that got sent to Lisa D.
I know, but what else did I say?
No, that's me saying it. That's me saying it.
Oh, okay. So just.
And then she said, this is Lisa D.
Who sends a text like that anyway, right?
It's crazy. I couldn't even read it. At least I could get through some of it. And I couldn't even read it when we were sitting down. I can't even imagine when she got that. Which she was like, what the hell is wrong with Carolyn? She thinks I'm Jimmy. What are you doing? Are you eating candy?
I just haven't wanted myself a little bit.
Is that I, Jimmy? I didn't pick that up at all. I don't pick that up at all. What don't you pick up, Jeanette? How could I miss that? That. Mark red wine. 48 did people know here?
I love you.
I love you. Judge sentenced Mark to 48 years. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard about that. And Robert Durst got life without parole. I don't know, Jeanette. I have no idea. But did anybody watch the Gabby Petito special on CNN? It's a good special. It's a really good special. It really is. They have you have FBI special agents on there and criminal justice professors. And they talk about the traffic stop, and they talk about a lot of the stuff that we did where she almost had like Stockholm syndrome and that it should have been picked up on. You recorded it? My daughter goes to me, what are you going to learn that you don't already know? But it was, what? It's in the cabinet with the rest of the vitamins. But it was very good. I think it's especially good if someone doesn't have any insight on the case. But it goes over traffic stop, the things they missed, the demeanor of Brian, Gabby's demeanor, things like that. So I think if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Maybe when you watch it, we can have a better conversation. Did anyone here watch it? Hi, Kim Miller. Hi, Justin. Mark Chester. Because the FBI guy said he thinks, there'll be justice and everything that they're talking about. Oh, they talked to, who else they talked to? The Northport guy. And what he said is, they said well, how could we be tailing him? At that time, we didn't know about anything like that. And then he said that, what were we going to do? If he goes for a walk, we're going to go follow behind him from tree to tree, something like that, real flippant. And hindsight's 20/20 kind of thing. Did anybody watch the Brittany Murphy ID discoveries? I don't know how the pics. I don't know. Then I see the pics. I don't know this case. What do you don't know the Gabby Petito case, Jeanette? Yeah, follow him from tree to tree. Hi, John Masaki. So you saw the Brittany Murphy thing, Kenny? What did you think about the Brittany Murphy thing? Did you like it, Henny? Brittany has been on your mind lately. Something is wrong with that situation. I'm looking at other classes too. Very good. Also, thank you, Gloria. So it's on ID Discovery, the Brittany Murphy. My daughter also told me I have to watch the Britney Spears, all the documentaries on Britney Spears. But then we have Chad Daybell. What is Jeanette's on 18 other cases. Mommy Ramblings, a case about Matthew Boynton. I didn't know the case. Oh, okay. All right. I feel like, do you even hear what I'm saying? Okay, so let me get the Chad W. I feel like, hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, Mark, everything is okay. Okay. I just wish I could get this back like over here. Instead, it just wants to stay over there. It's just driving me insane. All right. We're going to talk about, we're also going to talk about, hold on a minute. We're not finished with the Gabby Petito. Okay, so her family, when they went out there, they stopped by Jenny Lake. And the picture is on the new thumbnail. So on Friday, Joseph Petito shared an image of Jenny Lake in Wyoming, a location he said his daughter once visited. In the photo, snow-capped mountains loom over the calm crystal blue water. I now know why you came here, Joseph wrote on Twitter. Hashtag Gabby Petito. Has a beautiful view from now on. Love you and miss you. Okay, and earlier in the week, her parents all traveled to Wyoming to bring her remains back to New York. And here's the picture. And it's on the thumbnail too. And again, this is from Joseph Petito's Twitter. It says, I now know why you came here. Hashtag Gabby Petito. Has a beautiful view from now on. Love you and miss you. And that's Jenny Lake. Now there's going to be a Gabby Petito ID special report. So that's coming out too. An investigation. Let's see. Oh, wait a second. I missed that one. I have to go catch up on that one. Did you guys see that one? there was a Gabby Petito ID special report. It aired on Wednesday. I'm going to have to go watch that on demand or something. But the one tonight is from CNN and it is very good. It's very good. In the hour-long one that aired on Wednesday, it's moderated by TLC host from Find Love Live, Sukiana Krishan. And then it has John Walsh and somewhat the host of ID's True Conviction. And who else? An expert true crime podcaster, Darren Karp, and Michelle Sigona, a national crime television producer and reporter. They're all going to weigh in on it. But I did not see that one, so I cannot tell you about that. But what I can tell you about is about Chad Daybell. So Chad called a funeral home in Arizona the same day that Charles Vallow was shot and killed by Lori Vallow's brother. And this is all because of the newly released police documents that were released earlier. Was it this week or was it last week? He spelled his name Chad, like Chad, C-H-A-D, but he spelled last name D-A-B-A-L, Daybell. And he asked how much a cremation would cost. And I'm going to read you a transcript of the phone call to the Valley of the Sun Mortuary and Cemetery. Call was made just before 8 p.m. on July 11th of 2019. And he was killed about 12 hours earlier. Okay, so let's go and look at this now. There were giggles in the transcript when he said, and we'll deal with the service later. He giggled. So let's read the conversation. Okay, so a woman named Sarah is going to be the person he's talking to. And she says, hello, my name is Sarah. I'm assisting them with their calls. How can I help you? And Chad says, we just had a death in the family and we really don't want anything but a cremation. And then to send the cremains to a family in Louisiana. Just a simple nothing other than the cremation and sending him to his family for a service in Louisiana. So is there any way to know a ballpark price on that? Sarah says, yes, and I'm sorry for your loss. He says, thank you. Sarah says, let me transfer you over to the director who can assist you with pricing. What is your name, please? He says, it's Chad Daybell. Sarah says, how do you spell the last name, please? Chad says, D-A-B-A-L, Daybell. Sarah says, how are you related to the person who passed? Chad says, I'm his nephew. Sarah says, and then also, this is Valley of the Sun in Chandler, correct? He says, yes. He lives there in Chandler. I live in Iowa, so I'm just trying to help out. Sarah says, oh, okay, thank you. Yes. Chad says, excuse me. Sarah says, what is your uncle's name for reference, please? Chad says, he is John Daybell. Same last name, Sarah says. Chad says, D-A-B-A-L. The same, John. Does he have a middle name? Sarah asks. Chad says, Myron. Sarah says, M-Y-R-O-N? Chad says, yeah. Sarah says, and Chad, what is your phone number in case we get disconnected? And Chad says, it's this number. I don't actually know my own number. And he laughs. Let me look real quick. Sarah says, thank you. Chad gives the number. It's redacted. Sarah says, thank you. Is he at a nursing home, hospital, or residence? Chad says, he passed away in a hospital. I don't know the details. Sarah says, yes, just for to know, because sometimes that's different if it's a residential or a hospital or a nursing home. Chad says, I'm thinking they're sending him to the medical examiner. I'm not sure. I should have had more information before I called. I'm sorry. Sarah says, oh, that's okay. And then says something inaudible. Cremation with shipping to which city? Chad says, New Orleans, Louisiana. Sarah says, okay, one moment, please. Chad, but stay on the line. Let me transfer you over to the director. Chad says, okay. Sarah says, who can assist you with that? Chad says, all right, thank you. Then Sarah says, hello, Chad? Chad says, yeah. She says, thank you for holding. I do have the director, Carissa, on the line to further assist you. Chad says, okay, thanks. Sarah says, thank you. That's the end of their conversation. Then he begins talking to Carissa. Carissa says, I'm Carissa. I'm a funeral director with Valley of the Sun Mortuary and Crematory. I understand that, with Valley of the Sun Mortuary and Cemetery. I understand that your uncle passed away. Chad says, yes, so I'm just starting the process for the family. He didn't have many relatives. I'm his nephew. I live in Iowa. What? Carissa says, so sorry to hear that. Chad says, yeah, it's sad to see him go. And I think he's going to the medical examiner. I don't know all the details, but what the family basically wants is to have him cremated there in Chandler and then shipped. Have his cremains shipped to New Orleans. Carissa says, okay. Chad says, and we'll deal with the service later, and he giggles. So just trying to get a ballpark price. Carissa says, okay, so inaudible. She says, in cremation, we are able to do our cremations for $16.95. Now that's going to include, what that's going to include is the transportation into our care, the transportation to and from our crematory, our basic professional fees, as well as our crematory fee. Now there's going to be a couple of other charges there for you. Chad says, okay. Carissa says, so we are going to have death certificates, which are $20 a piece, plus a processing fee. Chad says, okay. Carissa says, a $15 permit fee. Chad says, all right. Carissa says, and then we're able to do that trip through the mail for you, and that's a $150 fee for you. Chad says, okay, you mean like UPS or something, I guess? And he giggles again. Okay, Carissa said. Chad says, so close to about 2,000, probably, kind of a ballpark guess. Carissa says, yeah, close to, yeah. Chad says, okay, well, that helps me a lot. I need to call one or two others, but I'll get back to you if we come that direction. Thank you so much. Carissa says, okay, you're welcome. Need anything else? Give me a call. Chad says, okay, thank you. Carissa says, all right, thank you, bye-bye. Chad says, bye. So that's weird. He wants, him cremated right away, and he's going to shop around for the best price. I just see something else here. What the freak is this? Look at this. Oh my gosh. You have to look at this. A Chinese man who set his ex-wife on fire as she live streamed to her online followers were sentenced to death on Thursday, concluding a murder case that received nationwide notoriety. I didn't hear about this, did you? The victim, 30-year-old Lahamo, was a farmer and a live streamer in a Tibetan autonomous prefecture in southwestern Sichuan province. She was streaming a video of herself last September when a man burst in, poured gasoline on her, and set her on fire. She died 2 weeks later. Her ex-husband, Tang Lu, was arrested soon after. On Thursday in court, he was found guilty of homicide, sentenced to death, and ordered to pay compensation, according to state-run broadcaster CCTV. The court found his crime was extremely cruel and deserved severe punishment. Tang had a history of physical abuse towards his ex-wife, reportedly beating her many times before they divorced in June of 2020. According to CCTV, in the following months, he repeatedly sought her out and asked to remarry, but she turned away, leading to the murder. The case was widely covered in national and international media, drawing attention for the gruesome nature of his ex-wife's death, as well as raising discussion on larger problems surrounding women and violence in China. On Chinese social media, there was heated debate over how the country's legal system often fails to protect victims while easily pardoning perpetrators of abuse. Part of the problem, many activists and women said, was the lingering and deep-rooted idea that domestic disputes are a family's private problem, which often means that authorities are reluctant to get involved or that women face social stigma for speaking out. Until 2001, when China amended its marriage law, abuse wasn't considered grounds for divorce. China only enacted its first nationwide law prohibiting domestic violence in 2015, a groundbreaking piece of legislation that defines domestic violence for the first time and includes psychological abuse as well as physical violence. However, critics say there's still gaps. It excludes same-sex couples and makes no mention of sexual violence. After the death sentence was handed down Thursday, one user on Chinese social media platform argued that vague terms like domestic violence should be dropped from legal cases. Because it obscures right from wrong and undermines the severity of the crime. Intentional assault is intentional assault, and homicide is homicide, regardless of the relationship between the perpetrator and the victim, said the user, with the comment gaining more than 24,700 likes. Many others expressed support for Tang's sentence and generally of China's use of the death penalty in response to Lamo's case. The topics of domestic violence and dissatisfaction with the system have already begun circulating in public discourse when Lamo's murder occurred, adding to the growing public outrage. Just a few months before her death, China passed a controversial law requiring couples who want to divorce to first undergo a month-long cooling-off period, raising concerns it could further endanger victims of abuse and prevent them from leaving a dangerous relationship. So I wonder how they execute in China, and I wonder why he's wearing this like hazmat suit. How do they execute him, I wonder? I wonder. Firing squad or something? I don't know. I remember watching it. No, I don't think it was a real documentary, but it was something about a woman who was trying to get her brother out of China. They were going to execute him, and they put him in a gas chamber, and it was like this little thing they brought out. Okay. All right, let's, I wanted to do one other thing here. Hang on. All right, here's a little update on Robert Durst. Okay. The, hold on one second. Let me put Robert Durst up there. So the family of Susan Berman, that's his friend in Beverly Hills that he was convicted of killing, is pleading with Robert Durst to tell his first wife's family where her body is. So Robert Durst was sentenced on Thursday. He's 78 years old, to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And Sarah Kaufman, the stepson of Susan Berman, had a request for Robert Durst at their sentencing on Thursday for murdering his stepmother. Kaufman believes Durst also killed his first wife, Kathy, and buried her body. He pleaded with Durst to tell Kathy's family where she is. And I quote him saying, "I hope in your final days and hours you will come to the same understanding and give Kathy Durst's family what little they are asking for. To find Kathy, to lay her to rest appropriately, finally, at long last," Kaufman said during sentencing Thursday. "This is the most important question that still haunts us." Kathy's siblings had wanted to give victims' impact statements at sentencing, but they were not allowed to. An attorney for the siblings said they were upset that they were not allowed to confront the man they believe killed their sister 40 years ago. I quote them saying, "The whole case was about Kathy, and it's pretty disgusting that they don't get a chance to confront Durst," said attorney Robert Abrams. "By coming to Los Angeles to see Durst get sentenced after sitting in the gallery, it would be part of a Hollywood spectacle that demeaned their loss. They have every right to confront Durst." According to Dave Ring, a Los Angeles-based victims' rights attorney, California law does not allow them to do so. And Loyola Law School professor Lori Levinson said that if the siblings spoke at the sentencing, it could have created an appeal issue. "There is absolutely no justice for Kathy's family," said Abrams. "He has never been charged or convicted for the murder or disposal of her body. Until he is held accountable in New York, this case will continue." In May, the Westchester County District Attorney's Office announced that they have reopened Kathy's missing person case. Durst was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for Susan Berman's murder. And then, let's see. We have another update on Matthew Coleman. I don't know, is that who Jeanette was asking about? If it is Jeanette, yes, we've covered Matthew Coleman on this, and we're covering it still. It's an ongoing case. So, We're going to talk about this now. Let me just put their picture on there. In the months before Matthew Taylor Coleman was arrested for allegedly killing his 2 children with a spearfishing gun in Mexico, he was spending increasing amounts of time online looking at conspiracy theory websites and message boards. A family friend said it was obvious that he was spending a lot of brain power on it. This friend has known Coleman since they were children and said he was constantly checking those sites on his phone. He spent hours each day glued to his phone looking at that stuff. While the friend does not know the exact websites or message boards that he visited, he said that he would talk about QAnon theories in casual conversation. He'd read me things off his phone and say, listen to this one. And then he'd show me other posts of other people who believed the strangest things. Matthew Coleman and his wife Abby were packing for a family trip on August 7th when authorities alleged that Coleman abruptly put his 2 kids, Kaleo, 2, and Roxy, 10 months, into his van. And remember, he put the little girl into a box, not even her car seat. And drove away from their Santa Barbara, California home. Police say Coleman drove the children into Mexico, and then 2 days later, he took the kids to a ranch where he killed them with a spearfishing gun and returned to his hotel a few hours later. He was arrested when he attempted to cross back over into the United States. Coleman allegedly told the FBI said that Coleman allegedly told police he was motivated by the QAnon conspiracy theories, which hold the false belief that the former president has secretly been battling a cabal of Satan-worshipping Ps at the highest levels of political power and influence. In the criminal complaint, FBI Special Agent Jennifer Bannon wrote that Coleman claimed to be enlightened by that QAnon and Illuminati conspiracy theories and was receiving visions and signs revealing that his wife possessed serpent DNA and she passed it on to his children. And he stated that his children were going to grow up into monsters, so he had to kill them. Coleman was indicted on murder charges last month. If convicted, he is eligible for the death penalty. He's now being held in protective custody. He has not entered a plea, and the public defender's office has not returned calls for a comment. It was an obsession for him, his friend said, but no one knew how serious it was. Now I wish I had pushed back a little more and maybe stopped a tragedy. And then, I don't know if you know about the mail carrier that was killed in Colorado. His ex-girlfriend is apparently the one that did that. Just trying to get his image up there. There we go. Longmont, this is crazy. Another thing, remember Longmont Ford and who worked there? Chris Shanann Watts, yeah. Postal worker was gunned down Wednesday afternoon while delivering mail in a Colorado neighborhood, and authorities believe the shooter was his ex-girlfriend. The Longmont police have charged 26-year-old Devin Schreiner with the first-degree murder of Jason Schaefer, 33. Jason was fatally shot at approximately 12:33 p.m. He was working his route Wednesday when he was killed in front of neighborhood mailboxes, and he died at the scene. Eyewitnesses reported seeing a man in a hooded sweatshirt fleeing the scene, but detectives allege that individual was Schreiner, who is being held without bond. Police have not commented on a motive for the murder, but said Schreiner and Schaefer used to date. The Longmont Department of Public Safety wants to assure the community that this was not a random act of violence. In their statement, they said, the crime appears to be an isolated incident and an act of domestic violence. Schaefer the statement says, was shot several times. Now here's something else about the couple that was killed in Moab. There's my lullabies. There's my lullabies. Okay, and there's some other stuff going on where there's a private investigator that says Brian Laundrie could be a suspect or something, but you know, a private investigator can be anybody. There's a lot of people on YouTube that claim to be private investigators who are not. Let me just go over here. So, with the right evidence, Jason K. Jensen says this case could easily be solved. So a Utah-based private investigator is optimistic he'll solve the gruesome mid-August murders of a newlywed couple, Crystal Turner and Kylan Schulte. The investigator believes that satellite imagery and increased awareness of the murders on social media will crack the case. Jason Jensen says that he's working pro bono on the case after Schulte's aunt reached out looking for help. He says that solving the murders hinges entirely on finding the creepy man. Yeah, of course. Okay, because the creepy man, right? That the nomadic couple had described in text messages. See, they described him. See, they did describe him in text messages to family and friends just before they stopped responding. In those messages, the woman says that they would likely be moving campsites because they have been having problems with a strange man while camping in the LaSalle Mountains just outside of Moab. In at least one text, the couple, married for just 4 months, commented that if they ended up dead, they were murdered. Turner, 38, and Schulte, 24, lived in their van, moving from campsite to campsite, but primarily stayed in the Moab area. They left to go camping on August 13th and were last seen that evening at Woody's Tavern on Main Street in Moab. They were last heard from on August 14th, and a concerned friend discovered them dead from gunshot wounds on August 18th. At this time, no arrests have been made, no suspects have been formally named. There had been speculation that it could be connected to the strangulation death of Gabby Petito, but authorities have ruled out that possibility. We are seeking satellite imagery of that area for shortly before and immediately after they disappeared, but before they were found dead, Jensen explains. I don't expect that they're going to find a license plate because it's skyward, but we're hoping that at least gives us a clue about what vehicle the killer may have been driving. If Jensen's able to determine the make, model, and color of the car, he will share that information across social media, which might yield additional clues about the man's identity. I quote him saying, "My approach to investigations is to go public with my information because the public can help," Jensen said. If somebody had their dash cam on, happened to pass the same colored vehicle, maybe their camera obtained the plate number, this could easily be solved. Jensen said dozens and dozens of calls have been made to the tip line established by Schulte's dad, and that those leads are being explored. According to Jensen, Turner and Schulte left Woody's Tavern just after midnight and returned to their campsite shortly before 1 a.m. on August 14th, and both women failed to show up at their jobs at 5:30 a.m. on August 15th. So that means the window where they were murdered was very early on the 14th to very early on the 15th. So you're talking no better than a 24 to 25 hour window, Jensen explains. That man, who wasn't captured until late last month, had been camping in Moab around the same time the women were killed. A GoFundMe campaign has been launched online to help surviving relatives with funeral expenses and to pay for their satellite imagery. Investigators ask anyone with information about the killings contact them at 435-259-8115. So that is that, and that is that. Let me see where you guys are, because I don't know where you guys are, if anybody's even here or what's going on. There you are. Okay. So, yeah. Let's see. I wonder if Gabby stayed with them when Brian was in the hotel. With the ladies. But they didn't leave for the camping trip until the day after that. Cheek pitching, Granny. Someone's bullying me. Someone's been bullying me for over 2.5 years. More than one person. A mob of people, but thank you. How does anyone here want to have... Hey, does anyone here want to hear a really, really funny story? Yeah, if it doesn't have swearing and inappropriate content. Hi, Elizabeth G. I can't see Brian as a serial killer either, Elizabeth G. I cannot. Allie M. South Africa and Allie Cattails. Look, they're both in at the same time, guys. Hi, Allie Cattails. Hi, Allie M. South Africa. They were at her work. Yeah, true, Jennifer. I mean, they've ruled it out, but, you know, I don't know, yeah. Steph sells stuff by the teacher. Elizabeth G. He's only 22. That was his first, especially if he got away with it. Yes, I'm mad. That's why I have a new name again. Oh, okay. Well, let me know so I make sure that that's all reported to our sources too, okay? So we're doing that behind the scenes there. We have a team taking care of that. So if you send me that, that would be lovely. Thank you, Elizabeth G. Hi, Michelle K. I'm going to put the number in Slack if you want to call in. I know it's late. We're not going to stay on that late either. But if you want to call in for a few minutes, and Justin, if you want to call in if your story is fit for YouTube. Let me see here. I have to show you something that I got. I have to show you something. Hold on. Participants, invite, copy invitation. I have to go grab, I have to make myself a drink too. Strong one. No, I have to make myself one of my vitamin drinks. Okay, there's the call in, and Justin, I'm just going to send you the number if you're going to behave. And then I'm going to go get my drink and the thing I want to show you. It's a special surprise. It's so great. Okay. I'll be right there. I'm just gonna go get my drink. Do you know what he is? He's a tree topper. How come? He's a tree topper. Isn't he cute? They had one that was all white and it didn't have the berries, but I thought this one was much, I don't know, the snowy one was cute if you had an all white tree maybe, but I think this is going to look really nice on a green tree. And look at the price on that. Look at the price on that. Isn't that cute? I think it's really nice. Even if you didn't even put it on a tree, that would make a nice centerpiece. Yeah. Walmart, yes, Jackie Burns. Yeah, isn't that really nice? From Walmart. I couldn't believe it. I have not seen them in any of the Walmarts or any of people's hauls. Walmart, Kathy Baleo. And they have one that's all white too. You quit Christmas? Really? Why'd you quit Christmas? Walmart. Isn't it pretty? And they have one that was all white too. $11 and 98 cents. $11.98. No, not $19.99. $11.98. Allie from South Africa. You are horrified. Oh, Lisa D is there. Look. Oh, Lisa D, I laughed so freaking hard. I read them the message. I don't know how that was talk to text and it sent it to you. The struggle is real. The CNN special, we went over it already. It's called, the title is right in the video description. I mean, the title is in the title. It's on CNN. You'll have to watch it, I guess, on demand if they have it. It's very good if you, I mean, it's a very thorough coverage, and it has an FBI and legal professors in there, FBI special agents, and it's very good. Do I know if Sandy got the drawings I sent by any chance? Taylor. Hold on a minute. I sent her whatever you gave me. She gave me a picture to give to you, right? Did you then take something of that picture? I can ask her when I speak to her. Send me an email or something to remind me. You saw it on CNN. You just ordered one. Is it available online? Did you see the white one? Was the which one did you get, Jennifer? Did you get that one? Let me see if I can find it online. Oh, here's the white one. Yeah. It's available online. Here, hold on a second. I'll put the link in. There's white one is there too. I almost feel like getting a white one too for my other tree. Hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. Kind of like the white one. I'll show you the white one. Ah. That's the white one. It has the feathers, but it looks very, very white. Justin, hold on one second. Which one did you get? Did you get that one? Jennifer, did you get the one that I have? What am I doing? I have to let Justin in and Mint. Close. That's the white one, and somehow I'm missing the, let me get the other, I can't find the one that I have. This will be weird. This a bit. Can you imagine if this goes like the reindeer sign that everybody got? Jennifer, how come I don't see the one like I have? I better ask you because instead of, hold on. Shoot. Jennifer, I can't. Hi, Justin. Are you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, not much. Still just the ceiling. That's all.
Oh yeah. Jennifer, did you get the white one, Jeanette? I mean, Jennifer, or did you get the one like I have?
Hey, I'm surprised nobody else is calling in.
Yeah, I know. They all hate us.
They don't like Mr. Johnson.
No. Nope. Which one did you get, Jennifer? Which one did you get? Did you get the one like I got, or did you get the white one? Davita loves the white one. Of course she loves the white one. Because she would decorate her tree in black and white. Of course she loves it. You hate mine, Davita? Thanks a lot. That's very nice. Is that what you said, Davita? You hate mine?
Hey, that's not fair. Deborah called me. She said, it's the Muppet. It's the Muppet.
Hi, Captain Kangaroo. How
Deborah,
are you?
I just want a cheeseburger. That's all I want.
I put Christmas tree. Oh, which one did you get? Did you get the one that I got? You got the one that I got. Okay, thank you. I'm glad that you got the one that I got. So I'll know that when I'm looking at my tree that Jennifer has the same one on her tree. Davita will have the white one, of course, because Davita has to be white, different, you know. She got the same one, Henny.
Hey, and Davita's in the chat, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
she normally call?
Davita
She
normally
calls.
Davita normally does call in.
But I'm here. So
Right, absolutely. The white one is gorgeous, gorgeous. You don't think mine is gorgeous, Taylor? You don't think mine is gorgeous?
What is that again for a treetop?
Yes.
No, is it supposed to be an animal or?
Yes, it's supposed to be an owl.
Oh, an owl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's like really pretty.
It
That's
is,
cool.
and you can pet it. And it feels really nice. You can pet it.
It looks like you could use it as a pillow in bed.
Well,
Like-
not really. It's kind of hard, but you could use it as a centerpiece. You could put stuff around it.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's Taylor? Taylor, you don't like mine?
Hey, Davita, call in. Or no, somebody that's never called in when I've been on panel is Lisa.
Oh, you love mine, Taylor? Thank you.
Lisa.
'Cause I thought you didn't like it, and now I was feeling bad about it. Because Davita, of course, doesn't like mine. Davita, you don't like mine? I knew Davita wouldn't like it. Davita, I saw so much stuff today that I kept saying, oh my gosh, Davita would love that. Oh my gosh, Davita would love that. There was so much black and white stuff for even Halloween and for Christmas at the Christmas tree shops and stuff. And I was saying, oh my gosh, Davita would flip over that. Davita would be going nuts on that. And you know what? In the Brittany Murphy ID Discovery, there's a Mackenzie Childs, I think it's like a footed big like fruit bowl or something on the counter.
Oh, when Danielle in the chat said new voice call in, for new people.
Yours is best. Yeah.
I thought that was a user, a chat user by the name of New Voice.
Oh, okay.
I thought, oh, there's a new chatter by the name of New Voice.
Yeah, I found whose voice he reminds me of, but guess what? At my age, I forgot it. It's the Muppet on Sesame Street. And the other person that wanted to call in, you can just send an email in, call in. Oh, here's Davita. She's going to tell me that she likes the white one better.
Oh, Danielle said that I hate everybody. Danielle, that's not true. I love everybody. I come in peace. I just try to do everything peaceful in a Johnson way.
Carolyn,
Yes?
Justin,
Yeah.
Chat.
Davita?
I love your owl. I was
The
just
owl?
saying I like the white owl, but I love your owl. I love both of them.
My owl.
Not yours, Carolyn's.
Oh,
I can't believe it. And you know what they had? They had a lot of tree toppers like this. They had Santa gnomes that you can put on top of your tree. Of course, hats and all kinds of things. It's crazy.
That's adorable. No, it's adorable. I do. I really like it a lot. How much was it?
$11.98.
Oh, for corn's sake.
I know.
Oh, $11.98. That's less than a Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza.
I
You
know.
better
I don't know
believe
why.
your bippy, Justin.
I was feeling so crazy today with spending money on, and I was almost not going to get it. And I said, no, I'm going to get it. Because my daughter's like, do you like that? And I'm like, I do. So I got it.
Good.
I did.
Now watch, my Walmart won't have them.
I think it's very woodsy. You can
It
get
is
it. You
woodsy.
can get it
It's very
online. I
woodsy.
think you can get it online and ship it to the store.
Oh, cool.
That's Jennifer just bought one.
Really? Mm-hmm. Just now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, I know.
Cool. I missed The Shining. Doggone it.
I know you did. I couldn't believe
No,
it.
you know, let me tell you what I did. Okay. It was Wednesday night that they watched that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I go to work Thursday.
Wait a
And
second. Wait. Because I thought, no, it was. Wait a minute.
Yes, it was because I thought I'm going to go to bed early and get good night's sleep. Okay.
Right.
So at 11 o'clock, I go to sleep. Wake up at 4:10 in the morning thinking, you got to be kidding me.
Okay. I knew. I just have to Steph sells stuff by the seashore. When you came in again tonight, I thought, here comes Steph sells stuff by the seashore. And I know that you are trolling me and I know where you come from, but I thought, okay, well, maybe you had a change of heart and maybe you decided to be a nice person. But then I see you now saying, Aunt Jeanette was excited about a discussion regarding the CNN special, which she references in the title, The Hunt for Justice. She said it was good, nothing else. Lies. And then you emailed me for a link, and now I'm talking about an owl. So I'm going to check if you emailed me for a link, because I would love for you to come up here. See, I'm not going to give you F-bombs and curse you out and all this stuff. I'm going to tell you I know what you're up to, and if you want to come on up and talk with us, I'm going to send you a link. How do you like that? But I doubt you even sent me an email. I'm going to look right now.
Now, what's this about again?
About the CNN special. The folks. Okay, so if you are Steph, I'm going to send you a number. Come on up here and discuss. Okay? I'm going to send it to you.
Come on up here.
Come on up here.
guys.
Come on
Come
up
on
here.
up
We're not like the other channels. We're not going to curse you out or call you W's or C's or F's this. We're just going to say, come on up here.
Exactly. Come on up.
Discuss
here.
it. Come on
up here, guys.
Don't be upset that you're late. And that's not all I said, was that it was good. Very few people here watched it. So I'm giving them some time to watch it. And I did discuss what was in it and about the FBI special agent. And maybe you missed that part. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that maybe you missed that part.
And Danielle, that includes you. Danielle, you got to call in. Come up here. Come up here.
So here's the link.
Come up here.
And
Come on,
you know
Danielle.
what? You might be like some other trolls that came over and then found out they liked it here and stayed for life. You know. But we'll see. We'll see what you're made of. Here, I'm going to send this to you now.
And I'm just going to throw it out there. Where's Scooter?
Scooter called me just when I left to go out, and she called me when I was in between mountains, and she couldn't hear a thing I was saying.
So you don't know why she's not here?
No, but can you believe the Susan Mundy? I know you're calling me to unblock you because you've changed your viewpoints, and that's fine, and I will. But I'm trying to email you for your YouTube URL, and my email to you keeps getting returned. It's telling me that there's a temporary problem delivering the message to you at your email. Just letting you know that I am responding to you. And,
All right, but can I believe what?
Oh, that I sent Lisa D that message?
Oh, yeah.
I can't even believe it. She must have been like, I couldn't even read that when my daughter and I were sitting down. I couldn't even read it. I was so hysterical.
Where is your daughter right now? Is she in bed?
She's conked out. Yeah. We were watching. She fell asleep during the Brittany Murphy thing. I turned to ask her. I go like this. Her husband died too, right? And she's like, She's gone. So yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Davita,
Yes.
is the weather still cold in
No,
California?
no, it was 85 today.
It was
Oh,
so
gee.
warm here today. Oh my gosh.
It was,
I loved it.
oh, I hated it.
I
It
loved
was
it.
too good to be true. I knew I wasn't going to have cold weather for long, but tomorrow's going to be hot again. And then it's going to start cooling off again the
Yeah, but
rest
I
of the
don't
week,
like that.
Justin.
I don't
I
like
do.
that. I don't like it.
I'll give you all the hot you want and give me your cold.
No, you know, and then my son, right, he couldn't go to work today, so he stayed with his girlfriend, and then they were driving up tonight. So they were both, he was driving his car, she was driving behind him in her car. And then when they got, then my daughter and I called him again because he had crutches and stuff, and he goes, it's okay, Mom. Right for his girlfriend to hear this, he goes, I know, he goes, I'm not going to give his girlfriend's real name.
Yeah.
Let
Do a
me see.
different one.
Sabrina. Sabrina, my mom was on her way here with all of my favorite things and everything to take care of me. And I said, oh, yes, because I was on speaker. Then I said, I just coming from the store right now with all of your favorite stuff. I have everything. I made homemade chicken soup. I said, I have it all. I'm on my way. And he goes, you don't have to worry, Mom, because my wonderful girlfriend said she's going to take care of me, just like my mother. And he said, I didn't tell you this about my mother. If I get even so much as a sniffle, my mother is packing the car up, and she is here, waiting on me hand and foot, and making everything that I like. And I'm like, I hope she knows what he's doing. Oh, it's hysterical.
She does know his sense of humor, right?
Yeah, pretty much. He tells me sometimes she
Yeah.
doesn't get some sarcastic stuff.
Yeah.
Like when he said, hey, thanks a lot for the snow globe from Ecuador. I appreciate that. She got a little mad.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, and because he's like, well, you just don't understand. That's, I'm joking with you. But,
Yeah. Once
but
she
no,
gets around the family enough, she'll get it.
Yeah, she is getting better because today
Yeah.
he said something like that, and I heard her start laughing like crazy in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a while when you have a sarcastic family. It takes a while for the ones that come in to get it.
Yeah. So he's like, oh my gosh. So, yep.
Well, Babs, where are you? Get up here for a few minutes. I wasn't going to call in because I knew you were probably going to be going to bed. And I thought, well, I'll just
I have to
talk
have
to her
my
maybe
vitamin
Sunday.
drink. I have to have my vitamin drink, and
You're
tomorrow.
not drinking?
Tomorrow we
You're
might
not-
we might go to this zero waste. My daughter wants to go to this. She goes, oh, I want to go to this zero waste store. It's like what Peridot Eyes has. And she goes,
What's
I just
that?
want to check it out because I hear a lot about it. It's in the next town, so maybe I'll take some video of that. It's supposed to be like, you go in there and there's no waste. So Peridot Eyes showed us around hers once. It's like you buy if you buy shea butter, or if you buy, oh gosh, I wish she was here to explain this. She showed us around, but there's zero waste. People bring like reusable containers and
Oh, okay.
all kinds of stuff. So it's like as little waste as possible, and then anything they
Okay.
sell is like all renewable stuff and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Now, don't get nervous when I'm not here tomorrow night.
No, what you're going? Wait, tomorrow night is what?
I'll be at Jeremy's.
Oh, that's the. Oh wait, Oh right,
Yeah.
yeah. So you've got everything ready.
You better believe I do. You should see in front of my door. You think I was going for a month. I got all kinds of stuff.
Did you
I've got
bring?
food. I've got Isabella's birthday presents. I've got stuff for Wendy. I've got stuff for Nikki.
Did you bring
Yeah.
any fake food?
No.
Oh,
Don't bring fake
I
food.
thought maybe you brought some fake lattes for them to decorate with.
No. No.
No. Okay.
No.
I was starting to watch your haul while we were eating dinner.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I was starting. I did have to finish it because then the dinner came and stuff. They were out of coffee and crazy things.
What's up with that?
I don't know. I'm getting very scared because even at the Christmas tree shop, their prices weren't as low as they usually are.
Oh, the prices are nuts.
I'm pretty good when I pick up something like at the Christmas tree shop. I know, like if it's a little plaque like this, I know it's going to be $2.99 or it's going to be $3.99.
Right.
Everyone I pick up that I know is going to be $2.99 was at least like $4.99,
Yep.
$5.99. They kept going.
That's how it is here.
They were up like a couple of dollars each little thing, and it was crazy. And I said, "What the heck is going on here?"
Well, have you looked at food?
Oh yeah, yeah,
The grocery store, it's crazy.
Yep.
Everything's up at least $2.
nuts.
Yeah,
I used to get a bag of
why is
apples
everything up so much? Why is everything?
I think it's harder to get, especially the stuff.
Well,
that's
it's harder to
coming-
get right now. The ships are still out, and a lot of the stuff now is on the dock, Justin, by where. Well, I mean, I don't live right by there, but I mean, close to where I live. And they showed it last night on the news, and on the docks, you wouldn't believe all of the big bins that are there that are just sitting there that no one's taking the stuff out of to get into trucks to move to places. One of the girls I was talking to yesterday at work, they were going to buy a car, and they went to the car lot. She said, I could not believe my eyes. There were no cars. None.
Well, I believe, because when we had to get my van, it was ridiculous. But you know what? Toyota is like fully stocked now with all of the hybrid vans and stuff and all of their other cars. But when we were trying to look for ours, I told you we were looking as far as South Carolina, and they were selling it on the lot right there. They couldn't get them, and that's why Jimmy went all the way to freaking Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, but
No,
now,
it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's not going to get much better right now, I don't think, because like I say, so many things are just sitting there. Plus, there's all kinds of ships still out in the ocean waiting to even come in to drop their stuff off. So therefore, everything they have, they're jacking their prices up. You know, it's crazy.
It is. And I mean, this Walmart didn't have a lot, like it had a lot of Christmas stuff, but not there. I could see clearly like all that stuff Auntie Cuckoo showed. Like those, she showed like there was like a little, there was a candle, and then it had the vintage snowman or the vintage next to it, and it was by Mr. Christmas. There is nothing there by Mr. Christmas. Not one thing in any of the Walmarts that I went to. Ow. You know, there is another Walmart that's on the way there and back on the festival, and that's usually this obscure Walmart, which is a really nice one though. Might stop there if my daughter lets me. She usually lets me on the way home, but they're usually open 24 hours, but hopefully we'll make it, and I'll see if they have anything there, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it's
I know the other day when I went to our super Walmart here in town, the super Walmart, I couldn't even find Kool-Aid. I was just trying to find a jar of Kool-Aid, and it was all empty. All the shelves were empty.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
That happens a lot in Walmart, but they restock at night, and then at night sometimes they pack all the boxes in front of what you need, and you can't even get in there to get what you need.
Yeah.
That's what were doing tonight, but there were stuff missing tonight. I forget what it was that they didn't even have.
They say, well, from what I'm hearing, they said it's not going to get any better anytime soon, and they're worried about Christmas, you know, for people wanting to get presents, you know, that you better do it because people are starting to get a little bit nervous again, like they did last year.
I just want to make sure this is really Lisa H. Lisa H, is that you?
It's Lisa H. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure it was really you. I just wanted to make sure it was really you.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Lisa. I don't think I've been on panel with you before.
No, I don't think so. Good to hear you.
Yeah, good to hear you instead of
Hi,
telling you.
Davida.
Yeah.
Hi, honey.
Hi, everybody in chat. Much love to you all.
Glad you're on.
Yeah. I've been busy today.
Well,
For about
Paradise is here. She
11
has-
hours. I brought stuff down from the lake, and I'm going to do it again Sunday morning. My cousin helped me.
Oh,
good.
wow. You still have more?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of
And,
stuff? What kind of stuff is it that you're bringing down?
My childhood stuff.
All those toys?
Toys, stuffed. I have like 8 boxes, and I mean, they're like, you know, the old Dells, those big boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the huge boxes of stuffed animals. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So Walmart, our Walmart's just getting their Christmas stuff in, and they had these Mr. Christmas. They have quite a bit of that, and they had these little cups. Do you remember the little tiny cups? Had a handle, and it was like they had pictures of Santa, or Santa. It was in the shape of a Santa face.
Yeah.
They have those, but I only got the
Oh.
deer one and the snowman one. They're
Yeah.
like miniature.
Yeah, Andy Cuckoo showed those. I saw those, but I didn't see
Yeah.
those. I did see a different tin sign today, with about a Christmas tree farm. They have a lot. I'm surprised they have a lot of those tin signs, and I thought those were going to go like that.
I did too.
They have a lot of those.
And what you're talking about food, I haven't noticed that here. I better start buying everything, I guess I see. And the prices haven't really gone up much here either, I don't believe.
Really?
No, I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, really. Everything
Not
I
here.
bought was just about the same as I paid. And I bought a lot of stuff. Because I hadn't been out because of my car.
So you had somebody.
And I got that fixed, the
so
battery, I think it was.
Oh, you got it fixed, or they drove you?
Oh, good.
No, I got it fixed.
Oh.
I went, yeah. I called Progressive Roadside Assistant Friday. No, was it Friday? No, Thursday. And they came and jumped it with another car. They couldn't do it with just the plain jumper. And then I went straight down and got a new battery. Even the lights on my headboard seem brighter. I wonder if that would be because of a new battery.
That's
It
all.
would- it
That's
does,
all it
yeah.
was a battery.
Yeah, I think so. Davita, what'd you say?
Yeah, it is. When you see it brighter, it is because of the battery.
Okay, good. Then that's what I needed.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good because you thought it was going to be really expensive.
Thank goodness.
Yes,
Yeah, because it's terrible to be without a car.
Yes.
it is. But, I can, I have a form to sign and for LEAP, and they will take you to appointments and to shopping. So that's good. I could get somewhere. It's just that I feel so trapped without a car,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Even
Even though I don't get out much, it's just the thought of being able
Yes.
to. Yeah.
What, Justin?
What was that?
What were you going to say?
I forgot. Or wait, no. We still need, hold on, Danielle, Jeanette, and Shannon Marie to call it.
wasn't Justin on to tell a funny? Weren't you going to tell a funny story?
I already told the story.
What was it?
I missed the story.
I said, you guys want to hear a really crazy, funny story?
Right.
Uh-huh.
And I told it to Deborah,
Well, we didn't hear it.
and it was really short.
I'm just going to make sure this is really Stephanie.
It was short. I just said I woke up today. I woke up. That was it. The end of the story.
Stephanie, you have to lower your.
Yeah, that was the end of
Your
the story.
YouTube.
I woke up.
Oh, am I echoing? Sorry.
Yeah, just lower your YouTube. Hey, how are you?
Well, we didn't hear it.
Uh-oh, still going.
It's me. It's
Hey,
me.
I see you.
But I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute and go get my earbuds.
Okay, alrighty. Alrighty.
But yeah, that was the end of the story. That was it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I woke
That
up
was a
today.
kicker.
Well, I told Deborah, I said it's a read bait. Instead of clickbait, read bait story.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You know.
I missed the story again. He told it already?
Yep, I already told it.
Oh my god.
Oh, Lord.
I missed it. Hi, DND.
Danielle, you need to get up here and make his night.
Hi,
Make
Jendo.
it night.
Hi, Friday.
My night. Make my night.
Paradise. Hi. Nightbot. Hello there. LMW50. Hi.
Now they will believe Nightbot is a person.
Of course they are. I talk to them all the time. They call all the time.
Oh yeah, Danielle said she missed my story.
Oh, come on.
I missed it too. What is it, like a sentence long?
That's
3
it.
times is a charm.
Yes,
Oh
it's
my-
a sentence. That's it.
That's crazy, Justin.
The crazy story is that's it. Yeah.
It was crazy. I don't know where my stick is that I point at.
Hey, how did Roots behave when you're, and I'm so mad I missed The Shining. I went to bed, I was gonna finish that. I went
Oh,
to
yeah.
bed at 11, thought
Right.
I'd get a good night's sleep, had to go to work that next day morning. I
Right.
woke up at 4:10, couldn't go back to sleep. See, it doesn't pay me to go to bed early because I wake up at like 4.
Yeah. Yep.
And then that's worse because then you stay awake and then by the time you get ready to get up, you're tired again.
Right. Right. Hi, Flo.
Yes.
So you still missed the. So hi, Stephanie. Yeah, I think you still have your YouTube playing though.
Yeah. You
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You have to,
Hang on.
yeah, you have to
Oh.
mute the YouTube and just stay in Zoom. You can look at the chat if you want, but you have to mute the YouTube.
There you go.
There, okay. Can you hear us?
Right. Hi, Flo.
Yes.
Oh, no,
Is
it's
that
still,
better?
No, it's still doing it. Just mute the, just make sure you have like the X through the speaker on YouTube.
Oh, on the actual.
Yeah, you have
Well,
to
I
mute
closed
the-
out YouTube.
Just
Okay.
stay in Zoom. You can look at the chat if you want.
Okay. Now I think you're good. Okay. So, hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Can you hear us? I don't think she can hear us now.
She's on mute here.
Oh, you're on mute. You are on
Oh, dear.
mute. Here, let me ask you, hold on. I'll ask you to unmute.
Davita Roots was good. We had fun.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
missed
we
it.
were there for like, it ended at 8 and we were there till about 10 in the morning, Doc. Well, they were. I was lurking just watching because I was tired.
Well, I'm
Hi,
glad
Harley
you guys had a
Ann.
good.
Anybody have any twin stories? What does that mean, Harley Ann? What do you mean twins stories? Like dating twins or twins that are killers or? What about serial killer twins? Have there ever been serial killer twins?
Oh my heavens! I
That would
don't
be
know.
bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the identical twins have the same DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
right.
Gosh, I don't
So
know.
if
Hey,
that would
that'd
be
be
that would be some story. If your identical twin was a serial killer and you were falsely accused.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Well, what if
Could be a good movie.
I know. Has there ever been an identical pair of identical twins where one was a serial killer?
Have no idea.
I don't either.
I think I have another short story.
I think
Oh,
you
I
do.
think I know. I know 2 twins that were serial killers.
Yeah.
Really?
You know them?
Were they identical?
They were pretty close. I would say they were almost identical.
Almost doesn't mean have the same exact DNA.
They had a
Identical.
mustache. They had a
Hi,
mustache.
Danielle.
Hi, Lisa H. Hi,
But I
Davida.
can't hear.
Danielle.
Hi,
Hi,
Justin.
Danielle.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hi.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, it's Danielle.
Hey, Jimmy Kimmel. Steph, did,
no, I'm Mr.
did you
Johnson.
unmute?
I'm Mr. Johnson.
I
Is she
think
on
I'm
mute?
all good now.
Okay, we hear you.
Can you
I
hear me?
didn't realize I went out of I was in Safari and it said it couldn't do it on Safari, so I went into Chrome, but Safari was still open. So sorry.
Okay.
So you can hear. You can hear now. So okay. So we're
But I want you to know I am not a troll.
okay. All right. Because it was
I'm not a troll either.
I
I'm not a troll.
promise.
we think
Usually
yeah.
trolls say that.
It's okay because most
I
of
want to all the time. But, but
most
every time I come in, I want to talk about the stuff it says, and it's not
but
happening.
you come in late then. Okay, but I'm willing to talk with you. Did you watch it? Did you watch it?
No, I started. Yes, I did watch it.
Okay.
I did watch it.
What'd you think of it?
I was shocked at all the additional information we got from it.
Right. It was
I
very
haven't
good. That's
seen
why
it.
I
I
said
forgot
it's
about it.
very good. I want everybody to watch it because I think it has a
Aw.
lot of
Yeah,
information. My daughter said to me, "Mom, what are you going to learn from that?" I said, "It's not so much that I learned, but they just it was presented very well I like that they had the FBI guy there and the law professor, and they gave their take on things that were going on about the Stockholm syndrome and exactly a lot of things we said, that she was just covering up for him, and they should have seen
obviously,
that.
Obviously,
Yeah, they should have seen it, and that they didn't interview him correctly, and they were just too buddy with him right away, and they should have really given him a thorough interview. So yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff that we said here and agreed on, but I think it's really well presented in a very short amount of time for people, especially if they're not like up to speed on the case. It's very good.
I think it also shows you, it showed me that they know a lot more than we know.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of us have been very, just not very confident with the with the whole case in itself.
Right.
But that showed me that they know more than we know they know.
Right.
Yeah, but do you really think that they know more than we know, or maybe they're just pretending that they know more than we know, and that's why they're not talking, because they don't know
they
anymore.
Actually said stuff that, like, I don't know.
It's very good, Justin. Yeah, you should watch it.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
They
They know or
good.
they don't.
It was good.
I think that just the way they presented it, they took the footage from the van life. They, they have the parts of the parents at the press conferences. They just take you through the entire thing, but in a really succinct way. And they say a lot of what we said at the traffic stop. And, I think it's easy just to look at that. If you have anybody or that says, hey, I'm not really up to speed on the case, that's like a really good thing to watch. You get it all. They really go through the body cam like we did, but they have it. Of course, they have production and everything. It's stopped at all the right places. They,
Well, and people, people say stuff about CNN and this and that and what news sources to listen to, but the fact is they seem to be up on it quicker than most others. They're
doing good coverage on the Gabby case. They really are.
Yeah.
And then they brought you through to the where they had the altercation at the restaurant after that. So they went through that. The one thing I'm surprised they didn't interview that. They said what she said, but they didn't actually have the footage of that woman speaking. I was surprised.
Maybe they couldn't.
Maybe.
It does sound like they have a lot more than we realize they have.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I would say that. I mean, like them not saying anything doesn't really prove anything either, right? Doesn't really, prove that they have more knowledge. That's all.
Oh, they go really into the part of the traffic stop where he was slapping her. They really hone in on that, okay?
They said stuff I haven't heard anywhere else before.
That the eyewitnesses said that, and that they, my daughter's like, those cops must feel really, really bad. But
those cops were amazing in Utah. The Utah cops, they were like so nice and friendly. I wish the cops here were like that. I mean, every time
they
I
were
get
nice and friendly to Brian.
they're mean to me. They pull me over. They give me a dirty look.
Well,
That's probably why you like them.
They didn't act like cops. Like when they went up to his car, and they just okay, and they walk away. A cop would never do that in New York.
Yeah,
they'll be in there with the light, and
aggressive.
they'd be like, "Let me see your license," and they'll do that, for like no reason. They're shining the darn light on you, and let me see your license and your registration. They're never going to walk away from the car and just be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
what, Brian? Okay, yeah, all right, we'll be back to you later." So
They
that
kind of
was
stand there too and intimidate you. It's like a
Yeah.
lot.
It was,
Well,
There
those
was
cops-
none of that going on.
Those cops were so nice that like I was waiting for them to ask Brian, "Hey, you want to come over and have a beer later? You want to hang out, watch the football
They
game?"
basically did. They put him up in a hotel room.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "Man, that is so."
My wife's just like
Wait.
Gabby. That whole thing.
Yeah, go take a shower.
Yeah.
Let's watch the Bengal game, man. But yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just the cops really messed that up because they should have got her, at least mental health outreach or
Yeah.
something. I mean, just let her go with the van. So, yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, I just wanted to prove. I swear.
No,
I'm not.
believe me. Was I nasty? No, I'm not nasty like that because
No, and I watch. I come on and check you out every night. I swear.
I appreciate you coming on. I really do. I appreciate
Yeah,
you
it's
coming
nice
on.
to meet
It's
you,
great.
Stephanie.
It's
After
just
the CNN
we get a
thing,
lot
I
of
was just like, I want to talk about this with somebody. Like,
yeah. We anytime, but see, we get a lot of people that come in like that and they go like this. They do that and they're trolls and they go, "What did you do on this one? You didn't do that." And then we could have talked about it for 8 hours. Like they'll come in at 9 hours and say, "You didn't do anything on that." And I'm like, "No, we did." That was
going to wait
9
for
hours
us
ago.
all to see it.
But
no,
yeah,
I get that now. Like,
Yeah,
you
so,
start
but no,
off with
I'm-
it, and then it goes off somewhere else, and then I
yeah,
pop in.
I'm thrilled. I'm sorry. I hope you do like my owl because he is cute.
No, the owl's cute, but
He is.
But
cute.
the only
I have
problem
nothing
is
against your owl.
Okay, good.
The only
He
problem-
got his
no.
feelings hurt and everything like that, and he'll be crying, and it'll be
No.
messy.
No.
the owl's cute. The owl's cute, but the only problem is every time Danielle talks, I feel like I'm face to face with a dog talking to me.
Oh, the dog.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
I feel like a dog's talking to me.
But no, I really appreciate you coming up, and I hope you come up more and discuss it
Yeah.
because we'll be.
No, I will now that I figured out how to do it.
Good.
And we know you're not.
Absolutely.
And everybody will be like, "Hey, there's Stephanie, not the troll."
There's Stephanie.
Yeah, you could do that, Stephanie,
Not
not a
Stephanie.
troll. But we will.
I'll
Definitely not
I'll
the
change
troll.
my
But
name to that.
you should.
Definitely not
You'll
the
laugh
troll.
because we have a guy named Roots, and he tells us he came in here to troll us, and he said, "I came in here to troll you guys, and you were all so freaking nice to me that I've been here ever since, and I don't want to go anywhere else." And I said,
I
"Well,
love
Loves
him.
it here.
we have that with a lot of people that come to troll us, and they end up staying." So
Well,
yeah.
I know, like Roots Calhoun. I always call him Root Beer Calzone. Like he's like really cool and everything, but like I can't figure him out. Like I don't know, like because he disagrees with everybody and then also agrees at the same time. Like he'll disagree.
Trying to be personable. He's a
Just
nice
wants to
guy.
keep you wondering.
Yeah. But yeah, that was what state are you? What state are you in? Are you in the United States?
I'm
or-
in San Diego.
Oh, you're in San Diego. Like you're.
Oh, cool.
That's near you, Davita.
Not far, about an hour.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Wait, who?
Davita, right below you. Davita, she has.
Where are you, Davina?
Where I'm above you.
Oh.
In
Yeah,
LA? Orange County?
I'm in Orange County.
Yeah.
And I'm in Ohio. Ohio. Isn't that important to know that I live in Ohio?
That is very
That's
important.
It's very important, Justin. Don't.
Very important. Hey, A Nightmare on Elm Street was in Ohio.
Was it?
Was
Yeah.
it really?
Springboro,
Oh,
Ohio.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I
Was
didn't know
it?
that.
Nightmare
Yep.
on Elm
I didn't
Street took place in Ohio. I didn't know that.
I didn't
They
even know
filmed. Well, they filmed it in L.A., but it took the scene's supposed to take place in a fake town called Springwood, Ohio.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So, but they knew about the 911 call. Yes, Jeanette, they did. They knew the 911 call, and they said the guy, yeah. He even says it right in this documentary. They said the guy was that this guy was slapping you or punching you. Is that true? And I mean, anybody can see. She says yes, but I hit him first. But that's like the FBI guy said. That's clear. She's covering for him. That doesn't mean she's the aggressor.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. 'Cause there's.
Yeah, and we were expecting somebody worse than just
Yeah,
walk
we were
away.
expecting
What
some
is
big
that?
guy after hearing that, or some mean guy, or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, they were too buddy. They didn't even. I don't know. They like Justin says he didn't think they were mean, but I don't know. They don't mess around in New York.
No.
Even like when
No.
they'll stop you for no reason. They come around your car, and I'm like freaking
Yeah.
out. Like, and I haven't done a thing.
Yeah,
but I
they
am
got a light in your
freaking out.
face. They're like, let me
They're
see
a
everything.
presence, you know what I mean? They loom right up on your car, and they're like, if it's at night, they're shining the big light on you. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. And
But the most basic thing is the registration part.
yeah, license
Never
registration.
even asked whose van was it. Like,
Yeah.
It's her
that's
van.
just that's the first, like, I've never been pulled over without somebody else. That's the first thing they ask
Oh, it's the
for.
first thing they ask.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
license and registration.
Yeah, for like nothing. I mean, they're going to just
Yeah.
want your license.
No
For
reason.
nothing.
Excuse me.
For nothing.
Yeah, and your registration, see what it is. And, and then he was speeding and hit the curb and they didn't even say anything about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he went over like a little line, and then the cop was all like, "Whoa," and then nothing. Come on.
I
But
wonder,
that's why I was wondering.
Honestly-
That's why I was wondering whether, like, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist whatsoever at all, but like you watch the video, the body cam footage, and it just seems so fake. Doesn't it seem like an act? Like they're all acting together.
It just seems so
friendly.
odd.
Bizarre.
It seems so odd, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like too friendly.
I just think that one particular cop actually related to Brian,
Mm-hmm.
where he was saying like, well, my wife
Yeah,
also
she's
was
got that bad.
right,
Yeah.
and so
And
that
she needs
seems to be-
medication.
to me, that's
She
a
needs
lot of my
more.
problem, is he actually, maybe he's the same way. Not
Yeah.
that he would choke out his wife, but
Right.
that, he somehow sympathized with Brian on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that one also, when you watch the second police cam, which they didn't show you, and I wish they would, that they were both asking that cop with the bald cop, the tall one, what should we do? And then, okay, whatever you're going to do, I'm going to stand behind you. Well, I'm going to cite her. Oh, well, you better not. I want to bring
Yeah.
it to the, let the judge look at, oh, no, you really don't want that because that could come back bad on you. And even the
Yeah.
park officer said, I'd rather have it come back bad on me than make the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Right. I remember that. Yeah.
And then they got intimidated by that cop. He intimidated them to do what he wanted.
Yeah, I agree. With
Yeah,
that.
and that was really
Yeah.
bad because had they not, they might have had a totally different outcome. So it's just, even in that FBI, I was saying it should have been, just they mishandled it.
They failed her. I mean, bottom line, they failed her in
Well,
every way.
I wouldn't say that they failed her because
Oh.
you gotta remember that.
Oh,
You gotta
Justin.
remember that was what 2 weeks.
Justin.
That was 2 weeks before. 2
No,
weeks.
no. They okay. All right. So
Yeah.
I'll say they should have been schooled better in detecting things with domestic violence, and maybe she'd still be here. They
Right.
did not do right by that girl because they weren't detecting what was going on here. I mean, if all of us could see it, and this is before we knew, we were
Yeah,
just
anything.
watching what was going on. But all
Oh
of
yeah,
us
it was
could
so
see,
obvious to so many of us.
and
on
yet
the
they
first-
couldn't see it. It made no sense to me whatsoever.
I'll be honest. When I watched the whole body cam video, I couldn't see anything. Any domestic violence. Nothing. I couldn't.
Did you have your hands over your eyes?
Justin. Oh gosh, Justin.
No, I really couldn't see anything. I couldn't see any
Okay.
kind of domestic.
Are you serious, Justin? Really?
No, I'm serious because I just thought, well, it's a couple that's unstable. They don't know what they're doing, and they need to move on. It's a couple that doesn't know what they're a young couple.
But what about the guy saying that he locked her out of the van and she's oh, gosh, are you okay?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
my
I
cat.
thought you fell down. Okay, I was like, oh my God,
No.
she's down, man down, and square
Down
one.
My
Man,
computer is literally on top of the cat scratcher, like a massive cat.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I thought you went down. I'm like, oh gosh, right now
Oh,
she's
good thing
down.
you're okay.
Call
Okay.
911.
All right.
Oh, no, wait.
Thanks for clearing though
Yeah.
Wait.
about my.
I'm just
control.
gonna finish what I was
Oh,
saying.
go ahead, finish.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Carolyn, I'll let you finish, but I was gonna finish first.
Go ahead. You finish
About this
first.
incident. Yeah, because I'm Mr. Johnson,
All
and
right.
so yeah. No, if somebody showed me a videotape of that incident, the body cam footage, what was it, like almost an hour long or something?
Yeah, more than that. Yeah.
If somebody showed me the footage and I had no knowledge whatsoever of what happened 2 weeks later, to Abby or Gabby, and later on Brian disappearing, if I had no knowledge and you just showed me the footage and said, hey, Justin, what do you think of this? I would watch the whole footage and say, it looks to me like a really young, immature couple, and the officers were really nice to them and they took care of them. And I would say, case closed. They did a
But
great
they're
job.
talking about hitting each other.
Great job. I would just say great job. If I didn't know the history later on.
But what about if you had that 911 call where it said he was slapping her?
Well,
Yeah,
but
and one of the
that's
cops
already
there
been
knew it.
disproved. That's already
They
been.
admitted it. They both admitted that they were hitting each other.
But
Yeah,
no,
that was-
the one says it. He goes, the eyewitness says that he was slapping you. He says to her, was he slapping you? And she says, yeah, but I hit him first.
I hit him first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they did have that call from the 911. But what about that, Justin? Like, that he locked her out of the van and he took the keys and she's
And he said,
climbing
"Go
through
take
the
a walk."
window to
And
come.
took her phone.
Out
She
of
was
the
using her
van,
phone
Mike.
back.
No, but you got to remember those officers didn't know that
But
information.
he told
No, they
them that.
did,
He
because
said,
she
I
said,
go
"I
to the
got
back of the
cut."
van. I
She said, "I
put her
got cut in
bag
the
on the back of the
face."
van and said, go walk over there and walk it off.
Yeah. They knew it.
They knew it.
Yeah. They knew.
But in defense, somewhat to Justin, for not realizing or thinking too much of it, that's one thing, okay? But that's apples and oranges. These cops should have been trained enough to see what was going on and not be so oblivious. It's just mind-boggling. It really is
But
mind-boggling.
no amount of training can actually make up for if they themselves, like that one cop, so related to Brian.
Well, yeah, that one was.
He probably equally calling his wife crazy,
Well,
like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
he
that
really
wasn't okay.
Yeah, that
actually
particular
sympathized
one.
with Brian. No amount of training is going to fix that.
Right, but a lot of them
No,
need
but
to
the
be
whole
trained a lot
thing
more in domestic
wasn't good.
violence. Because this is ridiculous. I mean, that girl's
I
not hearing.
do, yeah.
And I'll tell you
No.
something else.
No, that's
I do-
true. No. I just wanted to say that's true, but like hindsight is always 2020. Those officers obviously was probably having another busy day like they always have.
No,
And
they didn't look
Moab,
that busy. They
Utah?
all looked like they had nothing to do.
You know,
Standing
He
there for so long.
admitted he had nothing to do. He said thank you. He thanked Brian for giving him something to do that day. In the car, in the video with them driving to the hotel, he thanked him. Oh no, thank you
But
for
no,
giving
no,
me something to do.
no,
It's so
no, I
boring
under-
here.
no, I completely understand what you're saying. They, maybe they weren't as busy as they should have been, but I'm just saying hindsight is always 2020. Like if I was those officers, if I was the head officer and I encountered that situation, with Brian and his girlfriend, I personally wouldn't think anything of it. I would just think, oh, she overreacted and he got mad and I'm just going to separate him for the night. And that's what they did. They separated him for the night. Like I
don't
wouldn't think,
they separated. Do you guys think they separated?
but like I wouldn't think, oh, in 2 weeks from now she's going to be murdered.
But he did
You know.
say that. He said that in the second video when he was in the car
Yep.
and the other one came up, but he was talking about in reverse. He was saying
Yep.
Brian, he's like, well, if this was on the reverse and, it was a woman that, because he kept thinking that Brian was the victim, that, you could put them ahead and then you'd end up, somebody's going to be killed later, a couple weeks later. And that's
Oh, my.
exactly what
Yeah.
happened. But he didn't realize, for I don't know how, that she was not the aggressor.
No, I understand. Excuse me. I understand. I'm just saying that like they didn't understand the circumstances that was going to build up later on.
But they did, but they thought he was the aggressor because they said if it was a reverse, but he's a man and he can handle it. It's not like you're sending some little girl over there. Like if she was the victim, then you end
And
up
when they
dead a couple
told
weeks
him
later.
he was the aggressor, when they told him he was the aggressor, he laughed.
Yeah.
And I haven't even watched the whole hour thing of the interview or the police. And I could see that there was something, that he wasn't I could see what you guys are talking about where, but
Yeah, I just, I don't know. They just,
Yeah, they
messed up.
treated him like, oh, you got a scratch. Oh, you got this.
Yeah,
What about he
no, but-
grabbed her face and he cut her face and
Yeah.
and he yelled to make her be embarrassed to say anything or do anything or be afraid
Right.
of him and to shut it down. And
Yep.
they knew all this because he said it. And
Yeah.
they did nothing about, like, they didn't care. She was hysterical. And he was sitting there laughing. Let me go sit crisscross
Yeah.
applesauce. Let me go get you
Yeah.
some shade.
Idiot. I can't even believe that came out of
No.
his mouth.
No, I completely understand. I mean, especially now, looking back, at what happened, obviously. But at the time, the Utah police, those Utah state police officers, they had no idea, what was going on, other than what they were followed to. They were
But-
followed to
oh,
call.
Yeah,
You
but
know-
they did know. They
Oh,
had
wait a
call.
second. I know what the FBI, remember what the FBI agent said? He said that they should have gone back and saw those witnesses and sat down with them before they did anything else. They should not have let them go. He said that they should have done, they messed up by not doing that, because when he later went back and got that report, the guy that he talked to on the phone, when he wrote it out, it was not what he was telling that guy on the phone. He does say that Brian was aggressive towards her, and the guy on the phone said that Brian was slapping her and kept slapping her. So
Yeah, and they just dismissed that call. And that call was very important.
and then even when he went back, right, when he went back and got that written statement, why did he go to the hotel? He knew where Brian was in that hotel.
Yeah.
Why didn't he go back and say, wait a second here, we got a little problem.
Yeah.
You're not, you don't seem to be the victim. It seems like she might be the victim. And they
Yep.
had her
Because
phone number.
He
They had
sympathized with Brian
Yeah.
because he's
Yep.
probably similar.
right, and they had her phone number. Why wouldn't they call her and say, look, I just sat down with this guy, and now it's saying again that he hit you, and then now she would be alone by herself. Maybe she would talk.
Exactly.
Yeah, why didn't they do that?
No.
begged not to be alone.
No. I completely agree with what you're saying. I mean, in terms of domestic violence, all of that stuff. But at the same time, you got to remember, what was it, August 12th, when the Utah police pulled him over?
Right.
And I still don't think they didn't have all of the information, because remember when the officer said, oh, they're swerving around, they went over the curb, and they pulled him over, like they acted like it was a traffic stop. They didn't even act like it was like a domestic violence situation. I don't think they knew at that moment what was going on.
That one
Yes,
cop
they
said
did. They
he
were
was
already
over by a
following
traffic
them
thing, but
because
the
of that.
other cop that was there knew about the call because he went over, approached Brian and
Yeah.
said, we got a call. He says
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, and he even said we
The
thought
guy
we
on
were
the
going to have
driver's
a
side.
scary guy on our hands or something to that effect.
Yeah, they already knew what they were following. And then he hit the curb.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, those officers, obviously they're human, just like everybody else, and they make mistakes and get things wrong. Obviously, in their mind, they probably thought, well, we can control the situation. We'll separate the two, and that'll be the end of it. I'm sure they had no idea that in 2 weeks, one of them's going to be dead.
Well, they kind of had
No,
an
but
idea.
they
but-
knew that. Go ahead, Carolyn.
Yeah, and I was
sorry.
going to say they kind of had an idea of the scenario. If they thought she was the victim, that's exactly what they thought could happen. But because it was him that was the victim, they're saying, what is she going to do to him? If it's another couple
Right.
and you have the woman, then you send them back, and then somebody can end up getting killed in a couple of weeks. But, come on, he can hold his own or something. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
No, I agree. No, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I completely agree. I'm just saying, I don't think they didn't do anything wrong. That's all I'm saying. The Utah police didn't do anything wrong.
In your opinion. And that's your
You
opinion.
know.
Yeah, that's your opinion. It's not mine. I think they
Yes,
did.
I
I
think
neither,
they
but-
should. I think they should have definitely. Like you're saying, they didn't do anything wrong as regular humans, but they are police
Yes.
officers.
Yes.
Right, but they are police officers that are called to those kind of situations. They should be able to decipher what's going on better. They shouldn't take it. It seemed to me that they were just acting like regular guys.
Yeah.
Not like police officers at all. They're like, oh, this guy's charming.
Yeah, it was
You
like a
know,
man club.
Like, yes, it was a man club. And it was, that was not doing a police officer's job.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when you have a domestic situation like that, I've seen it personally, and I've seen it in situations that have been broadcasted. A lot of times these guys are smart. They're going to schmooze any way they can. And if anyone's going to buy it, they'll keep feeding into it. And that's exactly what he did.
Yep.
When he knew that he was pretty much out of any kind of repercussion from them,
You saw the
then he
smile.
started really schmoozing them. And she, because she was scared, I mean, it was evident on her, she was scared. And so they were looking, she wasn't going to say anything to throw him under the bus.
Yeah, she just was shrinking and
Yeah.
shrinking and shrinking.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and then he's saying, okay, I got this now. And you could see it through the progression of that time of them talking. You could see the whole thing worked out. And that was what was so maddening, is watching that. You know, because they will do that time and time again. They'll schmooze, they'll try to kid, they'll try to act innocent, and it's just sickening. It's sickening to watch. And I've seen it in other cases, and I've seen it personally.
Yeah, did you see how nervous he was when he said,
Yeah.
Did you talk to her
Yeah.
yet? Like, you know,
Yeah,
like, what
did
did
you
she
already
say?
talk to her? Because he wanted
Like,
to know
you
what
know,
she was
he
going to
was
say.
so
What she
nervous.
said.
And
How much
then
did
she
she tell
didn't
you?
say,
Yeah.
yeah. And then because she didn't say, he was like, oh, thank goodness.
And
And
then
he
he
knew he-
got
and then
out
he
of
knew
the
he had it.
car. When they got him out of the car, he did this over-exaggerated, this is body language stuff, this
Yep.
super over-exaggerated, relaxed stance. That's like, he's like, right away you can tell. He's like, okay, I'm going to be relaxed.
Right.
Well, yeah, he obviously knows
Nobody
how to
acts
act.
like that when they're pulled over and pulled out. Like,
No,
that-
you're usually terrified.
You're usually like shaking me. I'm like
Right.
shaking like I killed 5 people. Yeah. Yeah. Really, I'm telling
so
you, I
true.
can't even imagine if I did kill somebody, because I'm like, I did nothing, and I'm like, what's wrong?
So
What
true.
happened?
Oh no, what I do? What's the matter? What's going on?
You're all scaring me. I've never been pulled over.
Oh
now
my
I'm
gosh,
scared.
I'm like a nut, and they'll be like, "Oh, nothing, just doing a seatbelt check here. You got your kids in the back, so I'm gonna check on the seatbelts." And I'll be like, "Oh my gosh," I'm thinking like, "I'm."
No, he was ridiculously, that was an act,
Yeah.
full-blown act.
Yeah, and you know the other thing he says in the second cam, and it's very low, and a lot of people miss it. When in the first one they go, "Hey, you got some scratches on your arm," and he goes like, "Oh, it's nothing, it's nothing." And I said right then, before we saw the second one, I said he's dismissing that too much. If she really
Yep.
scratched him for no reason, he would be
And
like,
he was,
"Yeah."
and they were going along with it. He'd be
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, look
she's
at
a little
this,
bit.
and look
She's
at
a little bit
this."
high strung. You know,
Look
what
at
am I going to
this.
do? I have marks on me. But then the second time, he goes, "It's nothing. I gave her some marks too." That's what he said. I gave her marks too. Listen,
I missed that.
yeah, it's very, very low, but he says it, and it's in the second police cam, and they're all by the van, and they said, "What about the scratches?" And he goes, "It's okay. I gave her some marks too."
Yeah, I think he said I gave her some too. Like it was,
Some
it was
too,
so,
some marks too.
it was
So I
so
left some
like
on her. It was very
dribbling out.
very low, and they didn't say a word. They
Yeah.
didn't say a word to him. Like, "Oh yeah, where? The ones on her face? Is that when you squeezed her face? Where did
The
you
one
give
that's
her
burning?
marks?" Right?
Yep.
No, they didn't even ask him. They didn't even stop. They didn't even hear it. I don't even think.
No, you know, all I was trying to say, hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you can hear me. I'm Mr.
We still like
We
you,
can hear
Justin.
you.
No, all I was trying to say was those officers were doing the best job that they could possibly do.
Oh,
Like,
I don't think so.
I don't agree.
I
a
don't
little
think
bit
so.
to be desired.
I mean,
No,
the
they-
best job.
They went out of their way to separate them in a hotel, everything.
No, they didn't. They said, I can't make you do this. but I'm telling you, you shouldn't be together tonight. They did not separate them.
Well, they did
And
separate.
They did
think-
separate them.
I think she went to the hotel with them.
No,
honestly.
she didn't.
I don't think she did that, but
She was terrified. She was terrified to be alone.
To be honest, I know this is reality and not fiction, but I would give it, if there's a star rating, like 1 star to 5 star, I would give those Utah police officers a 5-star rating.
Oh my
Justin, that's because
God.
you're a guy.
Oh my God.
No,
I
no,
know. I was going to say that, but I didn't want to say it.
Well, I said it.
That's it. That's it. I'll agree with
Because
that.
you're a man, Justin.
no, I
Well,
would,
and he may not really see it, and that's one thing. But these guys were cops; they should have seen something. I mean, you can kind of say,
They
okay,
should
maybe
have been
Justin
like,
really doesn't
do what you
like
want to do. That was the end thing. Do what you want to do. I'll support you anyway.
it. Yeah.
Like, that's not doing the best.
Right, because he even said to the one cop, you can say you guys have to separate for the night, wink, wink.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he
Um,
said we can't because they didn't charge her. They didn't
Right.
charge her, so
Right.
they couldn't force her to be separated.
Yeah. Right.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Exactly.
Right, and he said, you can't tell them, like, if you call us again, there's going to be trouble. One of you is going to, you can't do that because then somebody
Right.
won't call you if there really is a bad situation because they're scared. So you can't say that. But,
Yep.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's just,
They did not do the best job. They were acting like good old boys. Brian
Yeah.
charmed them.
I want to ask Justin, why do you think the police chief took a leave of absence? And why do you think they waited so long to release the second body cam? And then the lady that's in charge of that is now out on leave.
I have no idea. Like, I have no clue why.
You don't think the chief is like, oh, crap.
Just to avoid everything?
Well, I mean, it's common sense. I mean, after the fact, Brian ended up now looked at as a murderer. After the fact. But if he would have never murdered her, none of this would even be in the news. It
Well,
wouldn't even-
obviously. But he did.
So yeah, he did, and like that's not in their control. 2 weeks after the fact, 2 weeks later, that's not.
It could have been prevented.
No, I don't think so. That because it was 2
I
weeks
do.
later. 2 weeks.
No,
later.
it could have been.
They could have done what the guy said they needed to do by Utah code. And
Yeah, even if they
arrest
charged her,
and
she
put
would have
her
been
in
charged,
jail.
and it just would have been a different outcome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but they were trying to be nice. They were actually.
Yeah,
trying to be
but-
nice.
That's not the job of a police officer.
it's not.
Honestly, if I
That's
was a
the
police
problem.
officer, my job is to try to assess the situation, but also be friendly, not be a jerk.
There's
And
no
arrest.
part
Right,
of the
but you-
job. There's no part of the job requirement that says be friendly.
Yeah, you have to be a police officer.
Yeah.
Maybe honestly, maybe my idols are the wrong police officers. Like,
Maybe.
they're the wrong police officers.
Probably.
No,
Because
but like,
Well,
they-
and-
Andy Griffith, and yeah.
But you know what, Justin? I think you're and I don't know you, but you seem to be the type of person that really looks at the glass half full and always looks at, tries to look at the best in everybody, which is not a bad thing. But when it comes to situations like this, again, I think that the police did not do what they needed to do. I think they became too buddy-buddy. And I'm not saying that they had to be, like I don't know what to say, coming up to them with a real attitude. But nevertheless, they needed to be strong in what, they were seeing on both sides. And especially the one cop that got the call from the guy that saw him slapping her. He did not do right by not really honing in on that. And they just all let it go
Yeah.
on to Gabby, which wasn't right.
Who's this
No,
dude?
I agree.
His
No,
name?
there were some things that maybe
Listen.
it was a little bit too
Yes. Too lax, yeah.
too lackadaisical, but at the same time, they had no idea that what was going to happen later
Right,
on.
no,
Not their fault.
They knew they
Understand
were
what you're
hurting
saying.
each other physically.
Yeah.
That's all they needed to know.
Right. Right. There was
Yeah,
physical
they're
marks
just
on
held
both.
to a higher standard. They're officers of the law. They're
Yeah.
not your friends.
Well, they were not trying to
And
arrest
there were
them.
2 911 calls about them.
Too
Yeah,
many
it's-
paradoxes.
It's a sad
Oh, look,
situation.
Get to be a nice guy after all that.
Look who's
No,
here.
I agree. No, I understand
Who's
that.
here?
You know, sometimes
Lisa D?
sometimes you have to be serious, but they just didn't want to arrest anybody.
Oh dear.
No, because one had the crazy ex-wife, and the other one had the wife that he was still married to, that's on medication, and still
Exactly.
crazy and needs to take a shower to calm down.
Yeah, he told her to take a
Exactly.
shower. Yeah, take a 5 down.
And then the
4
other
down
one
shower.
said, and then my ex-wife, which is why she's an ex-wife.
Ex-wife. No matter how
Right.
much you love her.
None of
yeah.
that
Yeah,
is
you have to get away from that.
Yeah.
None
You
of
just-
that is appropriate.
Right.
No.
You don't go into your life story. And I'm sure that he was reprimanded for it when they heard that.
Well,
You
I
just
mean,
don't
like
do that.
some cops may say, like I could see them saying, like, "Hey, just a generalization, probably about, hey,
Oh, yeah, they're human.
Relationships are up and down. Maybe you guys aren't right for each other. Maybe you need a break or whatever.
Right.
Yeah." But then, they went into way too
But the
much detail about the
constant-
wife's
the
meds
constant-
and the showers and all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I get it. I was on a road trip with my wife, and it was terrible. But you know what the good part was she was able to get me a sandwich." I was like, "What?"
It was so stupid when you think about it.
Well, no, I understand. It sounds bad, but like, if I was a police officer, I probably would have done the same thing.
But you wouldn't have you would think you would have the training and stuff about domestic violence incidents. Like you now don't have that, but they do. Or, you know what I mean?
Right.
Well, maybe not. They might have the training in Utah.
Well, no, he was
In
citing.
Utah?
He was citing stuff. He was saying that, this is the danger of this because if it was reversed and she was the victim and you let them, so he knew that. He just
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
know
He knew
that
what
that she was the victim. Yeah, he just he didn't know
Exactly
that.
right, Carolyn.
He didn't know that. Yeah, he just he knew everything what could happen. He
Yeah,
exactly
and don't
said
get me
exactly
wrong.
what happened. That's
Yeah,
what's
like
so
I
scary.
respect cops. I really do. We need police officers. I respect the law. I just think
Oh, yeah.
in this instance, it wasn't done well.
Yeah, and I think he intimidated those other two because
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
I do
one
too.
said, "I'm going to cite her," and he should have. Okay, because at least if he cited her, maybe somebody else there would see what was going on. Okay, and maybe something would have changed. And then he said, "Okay," because the guy was pressuring him again. He said, "I think I just want to send it to the town." What do you mean you want to
And
send
he's
it?
like,
That could
you don't
come
want to
back
do that.
unfavorable
That'll
on
come
you.
back bad on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah, it was all
something-
about
Yeah.
looking bad on the cop.
Right, and then
Yep.
even the female forest rangers, I'd rather have it come back unfavorable than me than make the wrong decision. And then
Carolyn,
he said,
can you check your email?
"Yeah, would you rather have go take that other call about the drunk guy or whatever?" And then,
Right.
he just tried to get them off. And look, I'll stand behind you, whatever you do, but you better do what I would do.
But he put that in their
Yeah,
ear.
Yeah. And he was like, "So do
basically.
you want to go do that?" He was like, "Yeah, actually, I do want to go do that. Thanks, bye." And he went to go do
Yeah.
the other thing.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Even though he said I don't know, like 6 eggs out of 12. I don't know. He made some kind of reference like, it's the same thing, but I'll go over there.
Well, no, I agree. Those officers, they probably should have been a little bit more, strict, with the regiment. They
Just to
probably
the
should have
law.
been. They probably should have been more strict. At the same time, though, I wouldn't completely, castrize them.
No, Justin, we're not saying that they should have been whipped in the streets.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't do anything wrong or criminal. I mean, criminal.
Well, that's where we all kind of.
I don't know.
disagree
I
with
think
you.
maybe they could have a wrongful death suit. I don't know. They might.
Yeah.
I don't
They
know.
could-
I mean,
they
they
could have a
could be
lawsuit,
gone after.
yeah.
They could be.
Because they-
It's not
they
part
did,
of
Go
the
to
you know,
court.
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
they're going to be brought
They
in.
were like, "Oh, this cute little tiny girl.
She couldn't hurt a
anyone."
fly.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
It'll be interesting when and if it goes to court.
Yeah, when it's all said and done.
I'm sure
She
you're
had
going
the
to see
mark on
them.
her face from him.
Yeah,
at
and
that
she even
moment.
said it stings, it's burning.
Yeah, burns.
Yeah,
And then-
and then
They're
oh,
And
like,
they didn't even
oh,
care.
well, they just like went away from, like, nobody
Yeah,
even.
they didn't even care. They weren't like, oh, let me take a picture of that.
yeah.
You know, pick up your sleeve. Are
Right,
you all right? Let me
right.
see behind you. Nothing. They were like, they were
Right.
telling him to strip to take pictures. Oh, we'll call the EMS. You want them to come?
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
Exactly.
Yep. And the thing is, when she said to them, well, I mean, I do get on his nerves. He,
Oh,
and
she was
you
blaming
could
herself
tell
for
she was scared to
everything.
death. They should have read into that,
Right.
because you could tell she did. What she basically was saying is, I don't want to get him mad. I mean, I get on his nerves, and he
See, but
says,
the,
but I,
yeah, but the other thing is, she said what he said. They said he was slapping you, and she said, "Yeah, but I hit him first." And they said, "Well, why did you slap him?" And she said, "Because he kept telling me to shut up, shut up,
Yeah.
shut up."
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
verbal abuse.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean,
But he also had her phone, right?
he was still locking her. Yeah, he was locking her
Yes.
van
He
up.
had
getting
her
her-
phone,
Yeah.
and she was trying.
Yeah,
to
he
get
took
the phone.
everything from her, locked
And
her
he
out, put
locked
the
her out of
bag
her
on the
own
back of the
car.
van,
At
and
that
said,
moment.
"Now you go walk that way and walk it off and
Yeah.
cool down, and then I'm gonna walk over here." How
What
does she
the
know
heck
he
is
could have
that all
drove
about?
away?
Right.
But I'm taking your phone and locking you out.
And
Yeah, but who does he think he
Backpack
is?
on the back of the van.
Honestly, I feel like I'm the defense attorney for the Utah.
I know.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
mean-
like
I'm
that
the
too.
defense attorney for the Utah police.
Justin.
No.
No, but I mean, you know what? You're just a very nice guy, and you look at things differently, and that's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everybody's
that's
going to look at
okay.
things the way they're going to look at it. And
Yeah, everyone's allowed to have an opinion.
yeah, but I just don't agree with it. But yeah,
Me neither.
I understand. I think you're just a very nice guy that tries to look at the best in everybody, and the cops have to do their job and look at all sides, not just that side.
Well, I
all
appreciate
I'm
you
saying.
guys. I appreciate you guys for disagreeing with me.
And we know you're tired because you just got off of late night with Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh. That's right. And I'm also doing part-time work as Mr. Johnson. It's been tough.
On Sesame Street.
Yeah,
that's
that's
all
nice.
right.
Give me a break. It's been tough. It's been hard. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
But
Okay.
no, I mean, no, it's they made a lot of mistakes, and
Yeah, they did. And I'm going to be very curious when they get them on the stand. Oh, I can't wait to watch that one.
Oh, goodness.
it'll be weird if they go like this. And where do you live with they ask them personal with your wife. Oh, that was your ex-wife. That's your ex-wife now.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Oh, so she's an ex-wife now.
You know,
Yeah.
the crazy one that had to take showers to calm
You were talking about your wife to her. Well, it's actually my ex-wife now.
down.
Yeah, probably.
Shocked.
Carolyn?
Oh, yeah.
Carolyn?
Yeah.
I gotta go. But
Okay.
I just want to say, I gotta take my dog out. He's begging to go out.
Oh, okay.
I've come up. I'm the only one here that's actually got my face up here, right?
Right.
With my real name. With my real
Okay.
name.
Yeah.
Okay. I am not a troll.
You are not a troll.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you're not.
We know. We know now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go. Thank you for bringing.
Thank
this
you
up.
for coming. Thank you for coming up
Yeah,
and speaking with us. And
I
being-
needed. There's
calling
nobody
in.
else. I felt like I needed to just. I needed to just talk about it.
Yeah, I love to talk about it, but then
Oh.
nobody had seen it
It's,
really, but like one person here, and so yeah, I mean, I talked about it. I said,
Nobody
well,
else in my life care. Like it's like, and I saw the CNN thing today, and I was flabbergasted, and I'm like, oh look, okay.
yeah, well, and-
So,
Cool.
Oh no,
so
Stephanie,
goodbye, and thank
Stephanie,
you
you're
for bringing
amazing.
me up.
You're
Right.
amazing, Stephanie.
yeah,
Yeah.
anytime, come on up. It was,
Thanks,
it was
Stephanie.
great.
I
yeah.
mean, I showed myself in full.
You
so
did,
I
you did,
promise.
and at least you
cool.
were not naked. You didn't come on naked, so that was good too.
Well, if you want me to be naked,
no,
that's not.
no,
Yeah.
no.
That's okay,
That's
Steph.
not out of the question.
Okay,
No, I'm-
all right.
No,
Well,
no, Stephanie. Even though we totally disagree, it's great having you on. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have we disagreed? Oh, just about the cop
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Well,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
We
sort of.
disagree about the cop stuff.
Right.
yeah.
All right.
Take care, Steph.
I'm
So-
gonna-
Okay, thank you.
Bye,
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Be careful
press
walking your
the
dog
leave
at
button.
night.
Thank you all.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Hey, not for ourselves
Hey,
alone.
Mike is back. in the chat.
Mike?
I know, that's what I was trying to say before.
Wait a minute,
Yeah,
Mike?
And Mike is
said
calling
hi.
you out, Justin. Mike is calling
Yeah,
you
he
out.
said Justin.
And I could
Why?
give you a number, Mike, if you unblocked me on Facebook.
Oh God.
So Mike is back now?
Mike's back in the chat. He
Oh,
can't
he's
stay
in
away.
chat.
Hi,
He
Mike.
can't stay away. He loves us.
No.
Yeah. Hi,
Who
Mike.
just called in? Who is the new person?
That's Taylor.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi.
What do you think on this whole thing?
I personally feel really, really bad for those cops. I can't imagine how they're feeling now. You know, and I agree, like hindsight's 20/20, but I have a degree in psychology, and there were red flags all over. I just don't think the cops were trained
I agree.
enough to see what was going on. You know, with him, like I said, you know, they didn't even discuss him speeding, even talk about that.
Right.
She's in hysterics. She's basically hyperventilating. She's about to go into convulsions. You can see her stress level is so high. She's bawling her eyes out. She's nervous. She keeps rubbing her legs.
Carolyn, Jeanette wants to call in.
I got it.
I also noticed that when, you know, he said that they were going to separate them and, you know, be nice, whatever, and separate them, he said to Gabby, I'll go ahead and go over and, you know, I'll tell Brian, you know, that you love him and da-da-da-da-da. If you look at her face when he says that, she just cut her eyes, go over to Brian, and then go back over to the cop. She didn't say, tell him I love him and da-da-da.
Right.
The cop went ahead and said that for her, and she glanced over at him and then back at the cop and then kind of just nodded in agreement. Kind of like she nodded in agreement on their tent video when she was doing for her YouTube channel. When he was talking, she was just looking at him and nodding in agreement and stuff. She kind of did the same thing with the cop when he said, I'll tell Brian that you love him. That was another flag right there, you know?
Yeah.
Right, Yep.
You know, it's just so sad. And I do think that if they were trained, you know, and I mean, yeah, they could have separated them. They could have taken Gabby to jail. She could have been there until Monday, whatever. But the fact is that she would have gone back to him.
Right.
And who's to say that 2 or 3 days later, you know,
Nobody has a crystal ball.
Right. And you know what, you know, with him, I also noticed too, you know, she quit her job to go on this trip with him. It was her van, and her friends were even saying that he got jealous. He would take her ID if she wanted to go out with the girls and stuff. So he would make it where she couldn't do things she wanted to do.
Yeah, he controlled her.
Right. And lo and behold, what did he get her to do? Let's go on a cross-country trip where I have you completely isolated from everyone and anything. And I don't understand why the restaurant didn't call the cops on him when he was freaking out. They said he came back 5 times screaming and yelling. It's like, why didn't someone call the cops and say, look, we have some psycho coming into the restaurant and stuff. This is not right. And then this fight happens afterwards. I don't know. I just think, you know, the ball was dropped in so many ways here. But again, Gabby was not underage. She was 22 years old. She was going to, you know, go back to him. And who knows? No, you know, that's why I'm praying to God. I got so pissed off when John Walsh said or suggested that if Brian Laundrie was listening, to kill yourself. I'm like, oh my God, do not say that.
Yeah, you want to get
not off yourself. Those parents deserve answers.
Yeah.
They deserve to know what happened to their daughter. And when he said, go off yourself, I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I'm praying to God that little prick is found. I really, you know.
I know. I agree.
Yeah.
And I hope he'll give the truth once they, you know, get a hold of them.
That too.
Yeah. And this
But
lawyer,
there's a lot of red flags, a lot of them. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
do need to be trained more. They do. That is the truth. They all do. I don't care in what state. They all need to be trained more in domestic violence.
And you know what? This lawyer this lawyer is for these parents is probably the worst lawyer in
he's
the
a
world.
He's a joke.
I heard that he sold like real estate or something like that, and then he decided to get a law degree. I don't know, but for any lawyer to tell these parents, plead the fifth and don't say a word. What?
Right.
That's like the worst advice in the world. That's what's, if they would have just shown even an ounce of compassion and talked and said, or whatever. But you know what? I hope these parents are charged too. Because everything, this is crystal clear. They gave him a jump start. Yep. They didn't call and say, they didn't report her missing. They didn't call her parents back when they were blowing their phones up. What the hell kind of people are these?
Yep.
I mean, seriously, I'm glad they put that sign in front of their house. They said, what if this was Cassie? They have a daughter.
Right.
How could they do this to another human being, let alone mother to mother? How dare they? I understand loving your child or whatever like this, but you know what? Yes, you can go too far. You can go way too far. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And these parents gave him a jump start. And this is why, and now, taxpayers of Florida, they're up to like, $1.5 million searching that swamp. I hope they get billed for it too.
Yeah.
Would be nice, but it's probably not going to happen though. But it would be.
And
nice.
I wonder why they're still in that swamp.
I think, you know what I think? I think he had someone throw his phone in there. And so there's a ping that's there. That's a ruse, making them to keep searching in there because that's the intelligence that's there. That his phone, they probably placed a call and then threw it.
That makes sense. Very possible.
And that phone call from that hiker on the Appalachian Trail or whatever like that, he even said, I have nothing to gain from this. I don't like the publicity and stuff. I was doing the right thing. And I agree with what he did. And he was like 100% sure that was him. And I really do wish, there's a reason why they're concentrating so much on that reserve. There's a reason why they're not idiots, but at the same time, split the team up and have them hit that trail.
Yeah.
Don't waste all of your resources in that grody infested swamp. Split the team up, get, North Carolina police, everybody that is willing, volunteers and hit that trail. I mean, let's start at this. You start north, you start south, you start east, you start west. We'll meet in the middle. You'll find them.
Yeah, they have concentrated a lot on that one area.
Yeah. Well, and a guy posted today that he went down there to the reserve or whatever because there was a shed. Did you guys see that video? Yeah, there was a little shed in the reserve, and he saw a bald-headed guy run out of it, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I just spotted Brian Laundrie, I think it's him, running out of this shed." And so he called the cops. The cops caught up with the guy, and yes, it was a bald-headed guy, but it was a different fugitive on the run, and they caught him. But he seriously thought it was him, Brian Laundrie. But I really do wish that they would just really put their resources out towards the Appalachian Trail as well, and not so much on the reserve. I mean, it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that thing's filled with crocodiles, all kinds of stuff. And, crocodiles, whatever, but there's bugs, mosquitoes with all that rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Yuck. That's Doug. Who said that's Doug? Lisa Nietzsche.
Carolyn, Mike said to check your Facebook Messenger.
I gave him the number. He's going to call in.
Oh, okay.
And what parents would say, oh, we're worried about our kid. Let's go up to the reserve. Let's take his car and then be like, deuces, good luck in the swamp.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that was so strange.
Who does that?
Oh my God.
But we have, it's
Unless
like,
he's never coming back.
Yeah.
See you later, honey.
And the timeline was wrong too, right? And then until they got caught,
Uh-huh.
then they said, "Oh yeah, it must have been the 13th
Oh, yeah,
that he
wrong
disappeared."
day.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. Yep.
It's all a joke.
Oh, I see Jeanette's here. Jeanette's on.
Yes, I'm
Oh, hi,
here.
Jeanette.
Hello.
Hi, Jeanette.
Yeah, Mike's calling in too.
Yeah, I want to read something. Is
Okay.
it possible, Mommy,
Yeah, sure.
about this case?
Go ahead.
I sent it to you, but we are talking again about those cops. The first one was I'm not going to read all of it because you have those documents, but the Daniel Robbins, I think it was not the one with the beard, but I'm not sure. One of the cops, he said in his report, 30 August, he said after evaluation the total of the circumstances, I do not believe the situation escalate to the level of a domestic assault, as much of that of a mental health crisis. So he was not even see it as a domestic violence situation.
Right, but what
That
did he
was-
do about the mental health crisis? Why did
Yeah,
he get
he
us some
just said
outrage
it,
too?
Yeah, but then he
Yeah,
said he
was
then
okay.
the murder determined the most appropriate course of action would be to help separate the parties for the night. That was the thing what he was doing. And he said also in the same report, it's all written, that he was able to contact Safe Haven and got Brian a hotel room. And then around 7 o'clock in the evening, he went to Hupplepup. It's not sure where he went to, but he talked with the witness, Christopher. I'm not sure who Christopher is, if he made that 911 call, but he said, fill out a statement formula. And Christopher told me that he was not entirely sure what he has seen, but feared the worst, which is why he came forward as a witness. So they know everything. And then you have the other cops, Pratt, and I think that's the one with the beard. And let me see if I can see that. He's saying, I'm not sure if I can find it, but I'm still on.
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah,
Okay.
we hear you.
And the other said Pratt, that is Eric Pratt, same date, 30 August 20, in the same year. And he was saying that, let me see, because it's very, he had no fear for his safety, because he was talking about Brian. No any indicators that he may be a victim of battery boyfriend syndrome. So they will never talk about Gabby as a person who was in a domestic violence. And he appears that, and Brad said also, and that is what he wrote in the statement, in the report. It's not even my words, but he wrote it down. Gabby,
Jeanette, can you just talk a little softer because you're really
but I'm a little bit closer because I'm reading, so I'm really sorry.
So
but
just talk a little bit softer, and then maybe it'll even itself out.
It appeared that this incident was more categorized as a mental, emotional health break than a domestic assault. Those are the words from officer or cop or whatever he is, Eric Pratt, the one who was also over there. So both men didn't see it like domestic violence. And that's when it went wrong. And Melissa, the park ranger, she saw it. She said to Gabby, it is a toxic relationship, but she didn't do anything. And I want to see her body cam. But they never released that.
Right, yeah.
So you have that all in the written report. They didn't saw it as domestic violence. And that's the thing. They are not professional when it comes to that field.
Yep. And again,
Well,
that just
women.
shows they need to be schooled.
Yeah, so it's very clear for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes me angry because, and the four parents are very calm and very nice. And I heard Gabby's father say, it's not only about my daughter. She said it one time, but it's all about every missing case. They are very humble people. I see that. Very nice people. So maybe they will not even sue those cops. And they cops has to be glad. You have to be, shame on you.
Yep.
You have to be glad that they're not suing you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know what. Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, the way how Gabby's father is even reacting on Cassie, he even said sorry because he said he was overreacting, and he doesn't even attack Brian's parents a lot. The only thing that came forward was that the mother of Gabby said about the lawyer, your words are garbage. But that was the only thing. But they have a lot to be angry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe but that's my story. I'm finished. I'm really sorry. Yeah.
Jeanette.
Yeah, but it makes me angry, you know? I mean, it could be your little sister. It could be your daughter. It could be your I don't know.
Mike, did you get the number?
So.
No, Jeanette, that's a beautiful story.
No, but it's facts. It's facts. And Justin, knowing that they didn't see it as a domestic violence, what will it tell for the future? When a witness is calling, the society is always asked to report child abuse, domestic violence. There is a witness who's calling, and you are throwing that call in the garbage, at the trash. We are as society have a task to help other people in danger, and you are as law enforcement are doing nothing with those calls. That is very wrong. And the witness made later on a written statement. I have read it, and then it was like, oh, maybe I didn't see it. No, he saw it. He saw it with his eyes. He didn't observe anything. He saw that Brian was hitting Gabby. Period.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I feel kind of embarrassed because I was trying to.
But you have.
I was trying to chat in the chat room, and I wasn't listening to everything, and I was trying to talk in the chat, and I was like, oh, and then I was trying to listen to part of what you were saying.
No, but the thing is, you can have your opinion. I mean, I can understand what Davida also saying. It's like
I feel like Beavis and Butthead.
Positive.
Like, yeah.
You're okay, just.
But the thing is, for me also, what will happen next time when somebody is calling 911 and reporting? And the statement of the police, and Mommy's absolutely right. They had absence. I don't know. They took some days off. I mean, the statement was not even about what can we do better the next time. No, we did everything what we could do. No, you have to tell us what you could do better, because 2 weeks later, this girl was dead. This little girl was dead.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Jeanette. After listening to part of what you said, because I was sidetracked. But no, I completely agree. I mean, things need to be changed. I mean, officers need to be more. What do you call
educated. They have to be educated in it more.
Yeah, they need to be more.
And signs to look for, like what we
observant.
Yeah, observant. Yes, very much so.
Officers need to be more educated.
And even if they're not, they should, if there's something like that, like domestic violence or anything suspicious like that, another agency should be called into the scene, if not the police, like people that are actually trained. So it's like, all right, you don't want to be trained, right? You're not trained, but at least call in someone if something like that happens.
And Danielle, I really appreciate that. But every time you talk, I feel like I'm talking to a dog.
Oh, that's Lady.
Gosh.
And they got
that's Lady.
But it's also telling that both cops are saying it's not for me domestic violence. So they were looking with another glasses. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, I know what you,
Through another lens.
view.
yeah.
Yeah. And this was 13 August.
I
They
like that
wrote-
though. I like that through a different pair of glasses. I like
Yeah,
that. one.
I like how she
I
uses
mean,
her
in
metaphor.
Dutch we say that. We in Dutch we have something to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
no. I think it's cute.
I think
Through
it's
another
cute.
pair- they were wearing a different pair of glasses when they were looking at that. Yeah,
No, we like that, Jeanette. That means we like it.
yeah.
And they got
It's
they
okay.
got Brian the hotel room because he was quote unquote the victim.
Right.
You know, he probably
she
went
was
to
the
that
aggressor.
hotel. He probably went to that hotel and laid on the floor, flipping a light switch, the lamp switch, like Forrest Gump, Mr. Survivalist.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, he was.
and then he probably
upset
went
there
into
with all the
convulsions when he
plastic.
saw the plastic
Yeah.
bottles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, the plastic, all the plastic in the hotel room, and all the
Mm-hmm.
waste. And oh, look at this. Hey, Mike,
Hello,
How are you guys doing today?
Hey,
How's
Mike.
everybody doing?
we're doing
Hey,
peachy.
Mike.
Good.
I hope they
I
put
just wanna
Brian in
say
a
hi to
plastic
everybody.
prison cell.
It's Big Mike. Big Mike. Big
And
Mike.
you know,
Justin.
may I say something very important? You know, when the cops or the police, the county police, I don't know where they are, but if they made a statement, maybe also in conference, I don't know, but you know that would say, you know, we didn't do it right. The Melissa Park Ranger saw it a little bit. She saw it that it toxic, but next time we will do it, then it will look differently than now. Now it's like, oh, we did a good job, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just
But they're just covering their butts.
yes, and then
Yeah.
I don't like that because
No.
Yeah.
next time it will be another girl or another boy, and that's
Yep.
the thing. We have to start, even in the United States, it has to be changed in every country.
Yep, that's true.
I'm waiting for them to release the female officer's body cam
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna
because
see that.
she spent some one-on-one woman-to-woman time, and I want to know what she said to her. You know, because
19 minutes.
women are much more inclined to open up to another female
Yeah.
than to a male, and you know, because you know Gabby was being so small and so scared already and everything, and already being, you know, abused by Brian and stuff like that. Even though these
Right.
cops were nice, they were male.
Yeah,
and
they were
a female
very
cop
judgy.
approaching her. You know, I don't know if the female cop's a mother or what or whatever, but there's that camaraderie between two women and stuff. So it'd be very interesting to see what transpired between those two, and I
Yeah.
hope they release that.
I
And if
hope
they
so.
don't, it's going to really irritate me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they release that already?
No.
I mean, I
No,
thought
they
she
didn't-
told-
they
I
didn't-
thought
No,
I
they
saw
didn't release
something
the
where
females.
told her to get out of the relationship right away.
Oh yeah, they released the officers, both of the officers, but not the park rangers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And when the two
No,
park
no,
rangers
she
and the other
didn't tell-
cops
no,
moved
she
away, she was
she
talking to
didn't
her
tell
for
that-
quite a
that-
while.
She didn't tell
Yeah.
to leave him. She told also only Gabby that it was a toxic relationship, but she felt like there was something wrong. She was at least talking with her because there's an interview with Melissa. That's the name
Yeah.
of the park ranger. So it's something else. I'm not sure that it's something else. Park
Yeah,
ranger
they-
and the cops, but they
Mhm.
talked at least 19 minutes with her. With
Yeah.
Gabby.
Yeah,
So that's
she
a
did have an
long
interview with her, and she said that she can still hear Gabby's voice, and they said that she
Yes.
got emotional saying
Yes.
Well, I'm sure it haunts her.
Yeah. So
Aw.
she knew, right?
that. Oh, yeah, she knew. That's why I want to hear.
Yeah.
I want to see that body cam
Yeah.
footage. And if I were her personally, I would have been like, "Move aside, boys.
Yes.
This girl is going with me."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have, you know, we need to have a little talk, but you know, I'm surprised that female cop. I mean, I'm not blaming her at all, but if it were me, and I was talking to her and stuff like that, I you know, just picking up body language and seeing how
Mhm.
upset she was, and then
Yeah.
this, you know, Brian's over here just, you know, laughing with the cops
Yeah.
and you know whatever, and it's like, you know, you no offense, but it's like not all men, but those you guys are idiots. You guys, you know, women are the best best detectives ever, ever. You know, when my daughter was in high school, or middle school, I kept telling my husband, she's sneaking out. She's sneaking out. No, she's not her. And my friends, what? I'm like, she's sneaking out. He goes, why do you keep saying she's sneaking out? And I'm like, because she's doing her makeup at 1 o'clock in the morning. He goes, well, maybe she just wants to do her makeup. And I'm like, you're an idiot. She's snaking out. Sure enough, 2 nights later, knock, knock, knock. That was a cop. Caught her walking down the street to her boyfriend's house in the middle of the night.
Somebody's saying, Granny saying in the comments, and that may be the reason also that why they didn't release it. Maybe it's an evidence. Maybe you can see another conversation that he had with those cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it will look more bad for the people at law enforcement.
Okay, so let's hear what Mike has to say, because he's been waiting.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Wait. I gotta say one thing before Mike does. Just one thing. Just one thing. That's all. That's all.
Go ahead.
Okay. Earlier, she was talking about women are better detectives, right, than men.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw something at you guys that's gonna blow your mind away.
Here we go.
It's gonna blow your mind away what I'm about to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, if women are better, what about Detective Monk?
Who?
Monk.
The
From TV?
guy with OCD?
Yeah.
Oh, Justin.
Okay, I'm
David,
sorry.
Justin.
Okay, Mike, you can go. That was my joke of the night.
Hey, what about Charlie
My joke of the night.
Justin,
Okay, let
what
me
about
talk.
Charlie Angels? Charlie Angels were women. Blah, blah, blah. Na, na, na.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys
I'm gonna
go.
mute so Mike can talk.
Policewoman and Cagney and Lacey. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead, Mike. You got the floor.
I really don't have anything to say. I just had some time this morning, and it's Saturday, and I'm not rushing into doing anything. And I just wanted to say hi to you guys and apologize for being a little smart button chat to Caroline again.
And
You know how I
blocking
get.
me on Facebook. That was rude.
That's
I was
I know.
responding to you,
I
and
know.
it's like, you can't respond to this person anymore. I'm like, what?
I got mad at you.
I
But
know.
anyways,
I knew you'd be back. You can't stay away. You love us too much.
I do. No, I agree exactly with, I think it was Danielle that was saying that. I can't watch chat and do all that stuff at the same time, but I think it was Danielle. Man, I wish that woman would have stepped in on that traffic stop. I really do. I mean, because I give it to women. They can read that stuff really good. I mean, it's that whole day. We all know. I'm not even talking about it. It was a messed up day, and they made a lot of mistakes. And if they're doing internal investigation on their own, and if they are truthful, we'll know, and it'll
Right.
come out. That's
Right.
we don't have to go into it. We all know.
I
what they
agree,
did.
Mike.
Yeah, it'll come out. Plus, she's a park ranger, so I'm not sure how much they're going to let that interfere with the police. I don't know if she really has anything to do with them, but it will still come out regardless.
I think they're gonna use it if it goes to court and trial. I'm sure they will.
They did. So, I mean, I have friends that are in law enforcement and stuff like that. They did a few things wrong that day, but nobody's perfect. I mean,
No,
I understand that. But, dude, with all them cops sitting around there for over an hour, I
Yeah.
think they could have came to the right decision.
Can you
That's all I know.
imagine how pissed the FBI will be if Dog the bounty hunter finds him? They'll be like,
That's where I want to ask
I
you a
know,
question.
wouldn't that be something?
I respect all you guys' thoughts and everything else, but I just do not see how you guys, not you, or a majority of the people think he skipped out through that campsite. Why, if they've been to that campsite before, they know there's cameras in different areas. They know it's the busiest week of the year for them, pretty much, if not the second busiest week of the year, where everybody's going to see him visible, take their whole family. I mean, that would be the last place I would go get rid of my son to go on his own.
Yeah,
Oh, the first
kayak.
place.
but I don't think he disappeared from there. I think that's where they went to plan
Oh, okay.
and to
okay,
talk.
okay.
I think they went to talk, to plan, to have Cassie come with the kids, to have a nice time for like she said, it wasn't going to be some great grand goodbye, but it was.
Yeah, but which was so weird. We're not going to speak about Gabby at all or where
Yeah,
she is or
you
anything
know,
about it.
And I think that maybe after that, they dropped him off wherever the plan was.
I think that it is
No, I can see
complete
that.
ruse, and I think that they went there deliberately because there is cameras. Because I think that when they catch him and they go to trial, the defense attorney is going to say that Brian had no idea. He left Gabby back there just to come back to Florida for a little bit, and then when he got back, someone killed her. I think that's exactly what the defense attorney is going to go for. That's why I think they went to the thing as a little family get together for the cameras and for everything to seem normal, and that Brian had no idea that she was dead.
No, but he returned for good with her van.
I think they're going to come up with something like, yeah, but Gabby said he could take the van back, or I honestly think that they're going to pull some kind of crap like he had no idea or something like that. Honestly, it's just like another Jose Baez kind of crap. I mean, something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, it's times like this, during tough situations, we're talking about Brian Laundrie. It's times like this when, maybe we need to like pull people from the rug that we haven't used before, like, to investigate these crimes, like Detective Monk.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Justin. He's not a real detective, Justin.
Oh, that's right. Tony Shalhoub. Tony Shalhoub. That's it. Yeah, Tony Shalhoub. Maybe we should contact Tony Shalhoub and say, hey, can you investigate this, crime and see what happens? And
Well, I also think, the power of the internet is amazing. I mean, it was that couple on their little road trip that found her van.
Yep.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then they were able to find her body and stuff like that. I mean, I jumped on YouTube and stuff when all that was going down. And I said, I was looking up the Teton area, and anybody that was posting videos in the past month, I emailed them and I said, if you have any body cam, a GoPro, anything, please go through everything and see if you have seen this van or if you've seen this or whatever. I'm sure you're aware of the Gabby Petito thing going on or whatever. And I got emails left and right back saying, yeah, I went ahead and went through it. I didn't see anything. But every single video I could find where it's like they were there in August or wherever. Check your stuff because, I personally think that it's going to be the public that find him. Someone is going to see him.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah. I mean, look at, like I said, Robert Durst got caught, stealing a freaking sandwich from Wegmans, right? I mean, they make a stupid mistake every now and then. I mean, it's just, that's usually what does them in. It's a stupid
I feel
mistake.
so sorry for the dog bounty hunter because they called 911 on him, right? And it's so sorry for him because he has every time a bad hair day. So I think his hair is so bad, and then they are harassing him with 911 call to leave the property. I feel so sorry for him.
When I saw him show up at that house, I said out loud, ooh, it is on now. He's pounding on the door.
Yeah.
I'm like,
what do you think he's using? Is he using L'Oreal or Endolon or maybe, I don't know, maybe Fa? I don't know what sort of conditioner he's using for his hair.
Oh my God.
Well, I just have to say one thing to Susan.
I'm thinking.
Jeanette, 1 second, just 1 second. Susan, you're emailing me. Listen, I will unblock you, but I need the URL for your channel. I don't know what your channel is. Do you understand when I put in your name? There's another Susan Monday. I don't know which one you are. Just send me the URL. Go to your channel and copy that and send it to me. So I hope you can hear me because you're emailing me like crazy, but I can't do anything without that.
Oh, and I was going to say something. We were talking about detective work.
Mm-hmm.
No, honestly, I'm serious. I'm not making this up.
Okay.
I'm not making this up.
No, don't start about television, okay?
I heard that in real life. I watched a documentary on Tony Shalhoub. Tony Shalhoub, the guy that played Monk, Detective Monk. I heard in real life, he said he's lazy and doesn't clean his place.
Okay,
at all.
Maybe he is, because the OCD person is a character that he plays.
Yeah, he said that he actually doesn't. He's like very unorganized.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he's lazy and that he doesn't clean things up very well. And I thought, wow, that's funny that he played a character that's like, perfect.
Because he's an actor.
Well, yeah, but that's true. But that's kind of funny that he's like the opposite. The opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that brings up a really a good point, though, too, regarding the OCD and everything, which, Gabby was never diagnosed as OCD. Her dad said that, but she,
Right.
She liked, especially living in a small confined space in a van, you'd need to have things organized and put away. But when they opened up that van for, Brian to get his, little knapsack or whatever to take off to his hotel, when they opened that up, if you look at it, that van is trashed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think she
her-
just said that as a thing, like, oh, and I have OCD. People just say things like,
No,
just,
I understand.
I think
But
that was
her
just kind of
dad-
said.
Right. But her dad even said she's always put everything away. She always has a spot for everything. She likes things organized. And he even said, living in that van and stuff, you can't
Yeah.
live like a slob. You have to have
You
everything
can't.
put away. And in her video, she showed, her van, how cute it was and everything was done.
Yeah.
But when Brian opened that up to get his backpack when they were taking him to the hotel, it was destroyed.
Which is
Yeah.
why I think they were fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I'm
Because
thinking.
he was rushing her. He was like,
Yep.
enough with this. Let's
Yep.
get out of the coffee
Yep.
shop.
Right.
We've been here forever.
Exactly.
And then she blamed herself. And she's like, I don't mean to be mean or horrible. And I
Right.
told him I'm not being
Right.
mean, but I have OCD. I think that's just the thing. That's just kind of
She was
overly
sticking up
used
for him.
Right.
She was
saying.
scared.
Well, and they missed another thing. He actually said, he slipped up on saying this. He said to the cop, and the cop missed it. He said, yeah, I let her work on her.
Oh, yeah, he did
Laptop.
say I let her.
I let
Yeah.
her. That's
Mhm.
another flag. You let her?
Yeah, you let her? Who are you?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy
That
had
was
a
another-
huge
that was
jealousy
another thing.
problem.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and how was he
Oh, I
going to
agree.
control that?
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as she put up that video, maybe she was getting tons and tons because she put that up on the 19th and he was back in Florida.
Yeah,
So
and
maybe
she's such
she
a
said,
beautiful,
"Look,"
beautiful
yeah.
young girl.
Maybe she
Yeah.
said, look at the video I put up. And he's like, yeah, and I see the comments you're getting
All
too.
the
Right? All these
comments,
guys want to
yeah.
be with you and they say what a loser I am, And
Yeah, that
Yeah.
probably hurt his ego.
yeah.
And that's what blows my mind is like, in speaking, if I could like speak to Brian before this, it's like, you got the girl. You have her. She loves you. She's adorable. She's your girlfriend. She obviously adores you and stuff. So, check your ego and calm down. It's like, I don't understand the jealousy and the control
Some
and
people
everything.
can't
It's
do
like,
that.
yeah, but it's like you have the girl. What is your issue? If anything, you're going to push her away. And I also think that possibly because of the fight and all this stuff, and her friend Rose said she was coming over more and more and more because they were fighting so much. I think possibly she maybe had told him, I'm leaving you when the strip's over. We're going to cut it
Oh,
short.
yeah,
maybe.
yeah. I
And
think
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
leaving you.
think so,
And he
too.
snapped.
Yeah,
And
I
he
might
snapped.
believe that.
Yeah.
You know?
Can I just say one thing with that? See, I totally agree with you guys totally on that. I think that guy, he was so jealous of her and trying to keep her away from people. He had control of her from the minute he got her in Florida. He had to make that move. And then it just got worse and worse. But what makes me so mad is that guy, he's such a, I think he was so sick. That's why you guys don't understand why I think he's been dead. That's what me and Caroline argue about because I just think he's dead in reserve and he did himself in. He's so sick. He's one of them guys that said, if I can't have her, nobody else can. And since he loved her that much, you don't care if he lives or not. If he can't
No,
have
I
her.
don't think that.
I don't think he'll.
Nobody
See, I
knows.
think-
I'll
see,
tell you right now, I'm
I don't
calling where the FBI go.
I don't even think
And-
that he loved her. because being in love with somebody and being obsessed and controlling and needy and possessive, that's not love. I think he looked at her as a possession. I don't think he truly loved her.
Okay, can I just say something though? From a guy's point of view, when I was younger, I'm talking younger than him actually, when I was like in high school and stuff like that, and a little bit out, I had jealousy problems. I mean, I can't go as far as what he's thinking, but I'm a guy. I'm not saying about you can't have that stuff like that, but I'm just saying I can understand. I mean, you guys don't get that. Guys don't behave right. I mean, how they feel. Okay, I mean, that dude he knows that she was the best thing for him ever in his life. I'll tell you right now, you guys don't see it, but I'm a guy and I can see it totally. Dude, that guy was totally in love with her. And I agree with you. I think she was going to end it or something, and then he just went nuts.
Well, I think it was more of like just a fatal attraction in his eyes. Yeah, he loved her, but he loved her to the point of being obsessed
how much
with
could he
her.
have loved her? I'm not saying he didn't love her, but how much could he loved her if he came home and acted like nothing happened, or where is she, and then he just runs.
Well,
I know.
like honestly,
I know.
During my lifetime dating women, whenever a woman, I can't speak. I'm sorry. Whenever a woman would dump me, I would always think, wait a minute. There's 7.5 billion people on the planet.
Exactly.
And out of those 7.5 billion, like I think 4 billion's women. And I would always think, why am I going to sweat over this one woman when there's like 4 billion other women in the world? So, yeah.
Do you know that book, Mike?
Mike,
do you know that book, John Gray? He was writing that book. Men came from Mars, women from Venus. I don't think that this situation has to do with dating men. It has to do with abuse, with murder. Somebody.
I agree with you.
It doesn't matter if you are a woman or a man. He murdered somebody. And it has nothing to do with the dating scene or that he has to change his character. There's something really wrong with him. Yeah. I mean, I cannot even imagine to kill somebody. There has to be something wrong. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not the FBI, so they have to look at it. But this has nothing to do with dating or how to win a man's heart. And because a lot of women will say also, oh, he loves me so much. But that's why they stay maybe also in the relationship. Oh, he loves his children so much. No, the problem is he doesn't love her at all. He was using abuse. And the final moment, he used the ultimate abuse to kill her. That's the thing in society. And
I don't know, because none of us are murderers and none of us are like that. I agree.
But not about men point or how men are looking at it. No, this is not normal. This is not normal behavior.
Well, it's not, but I'm just saying I agree with you totally. Yeah. I mean, I do agree with you because nobody can think in her chat or any of us can think that way. I mean, none of us would kill somebody. And I agree with you, but I'm just saying from a guy's point of view, just because he was acting like he was back then, there's guys that aren't mentally totally screwed up that's going to go murder somebody and kill them that think and act that way. Because I'm telling you right now, when I was young, I treated my girlfriend in high school like the same way. I'm just being honest. I mean, and everybody says, oh, you don't care about her, but I did.
Yeah, but you are talking more about relationship, and we have a lot of, in the women magazine, we are talking also about, doesn't man loves me, or, but this is something else. This is some domestic violence. This is child abuse.
Right.
This is a crime against another human.
And this is another thing that I found in that body cam that I noticed immediately, and why I don't think that he loved her, and it was more just a possession, is she is hysterical. She is so upset, and he is not concerned at all. He's only concerned with getting his ass out of trouble and out of Dodge by laughing it up with the cops. If I cry when, like, I lost my mother, and then 13 months later, I lost my sister. I was a freaking wreck, and I cried my eyes out. Thank you. And my husband stayed by my side, and he was just like, very, very compassionate. Like, he could not stand to see me that upset and everything. Brian showed no compassion towards putting her in that kind of a state. Mm-hmm. He didn't even ask, "Is she okay?"
Yeah, that's very true.
Can I go over and see if she's okay?
He not at all.
Anything.
Not at all.
Nope, no concern.
There was no
at all.
compassion. There
Zero.
was no empathy. There was no sensitivity. There was nothing coming from him other than getting his ass out of there so he didn't get in trouble. And I bet you money that right before the cop asked her to get out, or right as soon as they got pulled over, I bet you money he looked over at her and said, "Don't you say a damn word."
Yep, I bet he did too.
And he didn't give her water also, right? He didn't give her water.
One more last thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That was he didn't give her water also, right? Was I mistaken or not?
No, they were going to go get water because Brian is against plastic bottles or whatever. But when, Gabby was like, "Yo, you got a water?" She was very thirsty, but he had to go get his water from the stream or whatever. But there was just zero compassion from him on the state he put her in.
Yeah. Total control. Do you think that? You work in this field. Do you think about total control?
Oh, absolutely. It was all about control with him. I think that, they knew each other in high school, and they've been dating. Mm-hmm. Had been dating for 3 years when this all happened. But I think that, he liked her and she's cute, whatever, like that. And then over time and stuff like that, I honestly think that he was just sucking her in. A lot of, like I said, I'm not diagnosing him or anything like that, but his lack of empathy and the way he's done everything, I don't think he's a psychopath by any means, but I do think he's a sociopath. He's showed no empathy. He wasn't even nervous around the cops. It was like, he was just chatting them up with them like they were in a bar or something like that. And his fiance is hyperventilating and he's just showing no concern. Mm-hmm. The lack of empathy is mind-boggling to me. And the fact the cops did not pick that up, like, on the right hand, she's about to go into convulsions. She's so upset. And then on the left hand, here's this dude that is smiling and laughing and mm-hmm. There's something wrong here. And, you don't even need a degree to pick that up. And that's where I think the cops failed. Like, hold on a minute. This girl is so upset. And this guy's over here just smiling and laughing and crisscross out. Who the hell says that anyway?
What an idiot.
When he said that, I was like, oh, my God. I would be like,
I wanted to go through the TV and hit him.
That's Davita's favorite.
I would have arrested him right there for being an idiot. Like that's the stupidest thing you could say. I'm arresting you right now. For what? For being an idiot. No one says that.
You know where he probably got that from? I wonder if he got that from being around Cassie's boys. Maybe she says that a lot. Or, I don't know.
No. Does she look like she says crisscross applesauce?
No.
I don't think so either.
I'm just trying to think where he got that.
You have Stephen also on the panel, right, Stephen?
Okay,
you are new
caller.
Yes.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Stephen.
Yeah, hi, Stephen.
Welcome.
Hi.
Oh,
hi, everybody.
Stephen.
Welcome. Hi.
Wait, Stephen.
Justin, let Stephen talk.
Wait, hold on. Daniel, hold on.
What's the question?
Stephen, great job. Stephen, awesome. Call in hand. Awesome job. Because awesome. Never mind.
3 men on the panel. That's good.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, I feel horrible. My wife and I are 150 million% invested into it, like you guys are. And we're heartbroken as if it was our own daughter, Mm-hmm. And they need to catch Brian. I feel like the family, in my opinion, knows more than what they're saying.
Oh, of course.
Come on. If they didn't know where the hell he was, what in a normal, well, I can't say that normal, but what in a normal family would go out and speak to the media and be like, we're trying to find you, Brian. We miss you. We love you. Do you hear them? Do you hear them doing that?
Right.
No,
None of it.
No.
And the fact that they didn't
No.
return any of the Petitos' phone calls or the
That's
Schmitz or
super
anything,
weird.
that right there, no.
That's guilty right there.
Absolutely.
That's guilty.
And I absolutely, and sometimes, pleading the fifth is a good thing, but on certain things, I wish it didn't even exist. Like, no, you're going to talk.
Everyone is allowed to plead the fifth. That's what the law is there for.
I know.
Was in this case, is it abused? Yeah. Are they allowed to do it? Yeah. But as people with hearts, they should have at least said something to the family, and that's it, and just left it there.
Yeah.
Aggravates me.
Wait. Honestly, I agree totally 100% that, Brian Laundrie, his family also is definitely suspicious. My only thing is, the only thing that I really support is the Utah police. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's it. I don't support.
Hey, Caroline.
Stephen, I have a question for you, Stephen. What did you think about that Brian's father was mowing the lawn after
Oh wow! I mean, that's disrespectful.
Insane.
It's disrespectful. Yeah, disrespectful.
What was that? Was that nervous energy? What was that?
I think they were in trouble with the homeowners association, right? Because his lawn was too long, and they kept saying that. And I don't think somebody said that they called lawn services and nobody. would
there's
come.
no one showing up to cut their lawn.
I don't know.
No, I don't think anyone wants to be associated with them.
Right. Yeah. I don't
Well,
know.
he did a horrible job anyway.
Yeah,
so.
he did.
I was reading those comments. I'm like, I was reading those comments. I was cracking up. They go, "Oh, you suck at mowing a lawn."
Oh my God.
Hey, Caroline, I'm just going to say something on jump off the pan.
You know
real
what
quick,
I like
okay?
also when John Walls is saying dirty laundry. I always love it when you say those dirty laundries.
Well, I'm sorry, but I also couldn't help but wonder. It's like, why do you got a push mower, dude? You got one hell of a lawn. Get
I
it.
know. I
zero
thought,
turn.
Get a
Or a
ride.
riding lawnmower or something.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Mike?
Oh, I was just going to say one last thing. I got to jump off. I got to get going here. So, anyways, let's give the new gentleman time up there. Hey, I just got one question to ask you. So, what would be? I know this is where you and me have this problem here. You don't think he's there and whatever else, and you think they're looking for a ping. Okay, I mean, I just think that he got a new phone. He came back. I think that the phone was, that the phone was probably in her name because she had her shit together more. Excuse my language.
Okay.
And I think that the mom was at the store co-signing for him. It might be in his name.
Right.
But even if not, even if it was some phone that they wanted that bad, what good is it going to do now? I mean, what's going to be on that?
No, the only thing I think is that he's going to think that, wait, I was there. I want them to search here because my phone pinged here. And now, look, maybe I got eaten by an alligator, but you still have my phone showing you that I was here.
Okay. All right. I misunderstood that the last time, too. I am sorry about that.
Yeah, that's why
sorry.
I think he did it as a ruse.
Okay, that I can see. Okay, but okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys have a great day.
All right.
And hey, can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you guys all caught that about Leonard. He's going to be going out of town. He had a passing in his family. It sounds like, or to do some
Kevin?
stuff. Yeah, Kevin. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. I just want to wish him the best that trip that he has coming up.
Oh, that's
okay.
nice.
Have a great day, you guys. Okay.
All
bye.
right.
Thanks for calling in.
Bye, Mike.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, hey,
So,
I gotta make an announcement.
oh, it's my bedtime.
Wait, no, real announcement.
What is
Aside
that?
from that, Rude's Calhoun is in the house. Yo,
Oh,
yo, yo.
goodness.
Yo,
Oh,
yo,
goodness.
yo.
Thanks.
Hey,
Rude.
Roots, I'm here. I'm pulling for you, man. Roots. You're here.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. What a night. But yes. So.
Oh, what a night.
It's it's crazy.
Did any of you guys get to see?
It's 6
Did
o'clock
any of
in
you
the
guys
morning.
get to see his artwork? Did you guys get to look at his artwork?
Brian's artwork?
Yeah.
Yeah. Itchy and scratchy with more gore and
his
stuff. Yeah.
artwork.
Very dark on it.
Very dark and bloody and just disturbing.
This juvenile.
Is it now 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock in the morning in the United States of America? Oh my gosh!
I know.
It's a very important day.
Good morning.
It's time for me to hit the hay. But it was nice, Stephen. I hope you call in again.
Yeah.
I definitely will.
Stephen, thank you for calling in.
Now that we know you're a real person, you just have to email now.
Very real. Yeah,
but
very
thanks
real.
for calling in. It was nice to have some men on the panel for a change.
Yeah, that's
and
great. We
people
love that.
Man haters or whatever. We're not. Okay.
No.
Well, that's good.
Mike always says that, but Mike can't stay away. He's back.
No, we love all the guys here. They're great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I love the women.
Yeah, it was nice, and it was nice for you to call in, Taylor, for the first time, and then we even had
Taylor.
Stephanie
Nice to talk.
Seashells, selling seashells by the seashore, called in for the first time. So a lot of first-time people. That's great. And
new voices. Thanks.
Buttercup's called in for the first time last night. So we have to have more first-timers tomorrow. And we'll see what happens. But thanks for calling in. God bless, guys. Prayers for all that need them.
Good night, guys.
Love you guys.
Love and prayers, everybody in chat.
Love everyone.
Guys, I gotta get one more last word in.
Oh, Justin, hurry up.
Wait, we gotta say goodnight to Roots Calhoun. Because he
Good
just
night.
showed up.
Good night.
Good night, Roots.
Good night,
Love you.
Roots.
Yeah, love you, Roots. Love you, Roots.
Good night, Lisa. Good night, Davina.
Good night, Jeanette.
Good night,
Love you.
everybody.
Good
Good night, everyone. Love you.